It's setting up the meeting.
Webinar is now streaming live on YouTube.
Oh, is it live now?
That's what it says on my screen.
Ah, there we go. Now I just need to get back to Zoom. There we go. Well, okay. Welcome to another episode of Typewriter Club Live. We are having an interesting one today. So this is going to be Type and Talk, a virtual type-in. So hopefully you will bring your typewriter and type with us and make some noise. If you do want to join, you can go to launch.typepals.com and you should go right into the Zoom meeting. And I do recommend a pair of headphones. And we do have Ted Monk and Joe Van Cleve with us so far. And I'm sure others will join shortly. So let me take my spotlight off.
You're muted.
There we go. There we go. Oh, I did my whole intro muted.
No, just the last part when you switched over to.
Oh, okay. Excellent, excellent.
You're
so.
fine.
So how is everybody?
Oh, we're wonderful. Haven't got
Very
much
good.
sleep today, but
Yeah.
Yeah, about 3 hours. So that's why my voice is all funky.
Oh. I think. Did we lose Joe? I think we lost Joe.
He was working on his camera angle, and I think he dropped out when that happened.
Yeah.
So
at least he knows how to get back in. So
he does. So he's a consummate professional.
Oh, I guess I still had the spotlight.
I think you do. Yes.
Okay, there we go. I think we're back to normal now.
All right. So it's just me and you then.
So far, yeah.
So what's up, man?
Well, as I was saying in the pre-show, we'll call it that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm using my Royal Companion from 1962.
Mm-hmm.
I call it my James Bond typewriter because it's sleek and sporty, and yet it's truly built like a tank. And I chose this because there was a thread in the Antique Typewriter Collectors group kind of bashing the companions, this particular era in particular. And I don't understand the bashing. Do you know what that's about?
Well, okay, that machine is based on the 1950s Halberg Traveler from Holland, and they were built in Holland. They have an interesting mechanism, especially the return arm, where it goes like this instead of
yes,
like
it
this.
tilts in, yeah.
Yeah. And a lot of people don't particularly like the touch on them. A lot of times that mechanism is very easily fouled up by dirt and such and age. And they tend to get really mushy when they're worn out. So
Okay.
I don't personally like them either. So, but that's just me. I've had a couple and I got rid of them.
Well, honestly, I do have another one. It's very similar to this. I think a later model by probably several years.
Is it the Eldorado?
No, it's still a Royal Companion.
Okay.
But it's dark, almost black, like a very dark gray. And that one is horrendous.
Well, there you go. You've experienced the gamut.
Yeah. So I guess I just lucked out with this one because this one absolutely works beautifully. Types wonderfully.
If it's in good condition, they'll type well. I mean, they sold them when they were new, so they sold a lot of them.
Now the Royals that are this form factor, because there's the Eldorado and what's the Royal Light? Are they all like the same innards basically?
Yes, you're talking most of the Royal portables that weren't the like the bigger ones, the A-frame Royals.
Yeah. Yeah.
like the Safari and Sabre. All of those up until 1967 were the Hallberg Travelers. And then they continued until, it looks like Joe has a wonderful screen for us. It's all lines and
Yeah.
stuff.
It's art.
But then after 1967, they started importing silver Seikos on the with the royal badge, and
Okay.
that's where you see those Mercuries and Mustangs and things like that.
And those are better or the same?
I tend to think they're a lot more durable. Like the Silver Seikos are a really, really good machine. They're like the brother JP1s.
Okay.
They're quite reliable and pretty tough.
Excellent.
So I have one of those. But
yeah. And what are your thoughts on the earlier companions, like 40s and 50s?
They are made to a cost, obviously. They were a special design that came out in the 30s and was really only produced until about 1942. And so they're a lot like the A-frames, but they're considerably cheapened down. Like instead of adjustment points being adjusted with a screw and a lock nut, a lot of times you just have to bend things to adjust it. So they are very snappy machines, which I love. You have one, so you know. Well, it looks like Joe still can't get his camera going.
Yeah.
But I like them. A lot of people like them. They're interesting because they're the main royal design that had the stripes along the top and the sides.
Yeah.
Which was pretty neat and a nice design element. But yeah, you don't want to drop one. They go out of alignment very quick when you do that.
Okay. All right. Do you have a typewriter in front of you?
I do. I have my Groma Colibri.
So far we're all going ultra portable. So
well, this happened to be the one on my desk. I just finished writing a letter to Mark Peterson on this.
Okay.
So if you know him, then
I know the name.
You know the name.
Yes.
You've seen his blog. He writes poetry.
Okay. Yeah.
Testing. We can hear you, but you're very soft.
Yeah, unfortunately.
He has his furry mic.
Well, my computer doesn't recognize my regular microphone anymore for some reason.
We can hear you fine now.
Can you? Okay.
Yeah, if you keep it close to you, then
yeah,
you'll be all right.
I was telling Gregory that I've been using this little lav mic that plugs into my Mac and it recognizes it as a mic, but this morning it only recognizes it as a line input. So I have to use my microphone with a battery on it that amplifies it. So something happened with my Mac, and I've never used Zoom before, so maybe there's something with Zoom on the Mac. But anyways,
you may have to there's like separate inputs for Zoom for video and audio, and sometimes you have to tell it where your microphone is before it'll recognize it.
Yeah, it's kind of weird, but anyways, let's see. I don't see any settings on Zoom, but anyways.
No, I think you're fine right now.
Yeah, I'm fine. Okay. Anyways, interrupted you guys in your conversation. Proceed.
Oh no, that's fine. And if you occasionally need to pet your microphone, that's fine.
Yeah, got your dead cat.
Yes, it's sort of a dead hamster.
Oh,
it's a dead hamster, maybe. But, so I do have my Groma Colibri just on the other side of the table, but I brought out the Roy.
Nice.
And of course, before Ted got on, I actually deployed the Roy, so we could undeploy it here if I can figure out how to do it. Flips. Let me get out. It flips around like that, right? Collapses in like that. See?
That's wonderful.
It's not a great typewriter, to be honest with you. It's not really that good. But
Yeah,
you know,
but for something like this, where we're
yeah,
just typing whatever,
it's a
or
novelty.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
a novelty.
Do you have something specific you're going to be typing today?
I'm not really sure.
Yeah.
I need to type a blog article, but I don't
Okay.
know what that's
Okay.
going to be about yet.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I could type a one-typed page for the one-type page blog.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Excellent.
and I have the Hermes 3000 right here. So we got 2 typewriters that we could use.
Yeah.
And
Very good.
I'm not actually sure if it looks like the Hermes hits the carriage. The carriage on the Roy is so small that I was thinking I could actually use one and the other. Here, I can pull this one out, and now the
There you go.
carriages won't clash. See, it's
Yeah.
actually, I can actually use them like that. Okay.
Put up your paper rest on the Rui,
Yes, there you go.
and then put your microphone behind there so it's pointed at your face.
Oh yeah, well, there's hardly any room back here, but let's see here. How about like that? Let's see.
That might work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's let me see. There's also another decibel, a plus 20 dB adjustment switch.
Woo,
There
that's
you
loud.
go. That's
So
good.
that's
Now you can put it a little farther away from you.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm going to put it up on my little shelves here that I
There
have.
you go. That sounds pretty good,
Perfect. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what happened
Perfect.
with my Mac with the microphone, the audio inputs. It just decided it wasn't going to see any microphones. Anyways,
Your Mac
Not
was
important.
unhappy.
that's right. Line input only. Okay. So what are you going to be typing, Ted?
Oh, I don't know. I just happen to have my machine here, and this was the machine that was on my desk. And I woke up 3 hours after I went to sleep, so
Oh,
I'm
great.
not entirely coherent, but
Oh.
I got up at 4 a.m. this morning. So
Oh my.
the start of my weekend, and
that's about when I went to sleep.
had a cup of espresso and then went for a walk a little bit later when it started getting light out. My wife and I went for a walk.
Mhm.
Nice.
Kind of cold out there. It's about 20 degrees.
It's snippy.
Yeah, it's the old mountain winter, high altitudes. It's cold at night and gets really warm in the daytime when the sun's out. So
Yeah. When I took the dogs out this morning, it was pretty freezing here. It was probably in the 50s.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
We were at a nipply 68.
Oh wow.
So are you in the Inland Empire, Gregory?
I sure am. Yeah.
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
I've been out
Yeah.
there.
Excellent. Excellent.
San Bernardino area. And,
Yes, I used to work in San Bernardino.
San
It's,
Berdue.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes. I know
It's
you're
the-
hungry.
It's the murder capital of the Inland Empire.
All it is warehouses and trucks, right? I mean, it's just an enormous amount. It's like a shipping kind of center, right? Where stuff
Pretty
that
much,
comes,
yeah.
things that come to the West Coast, like Port of Long Beach, and then they truck them out to that part of Central California, and then they get distributed everywhere else.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. Yeah, I did not enjoy working out there.
What did you
That's
do
when
out there?
I worked for the newspaper at the time selling
Oh.
advertising.
Oh,
So
that
one of
must
my
have been
worst
a wonderful job.
yeah, it was one of my worst jobs ever, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, second worst to when I worked in the financial industry. That was horrendous.
Oh, I bet.
And I did that for 9 years.
Trying to convince people to invest in certain funds.
Yeah.
So I got a postcard from my friend Kevin Kittle today, or
Oh,
yesterday, and
nice.
he's working on an electric type bar machine. It is a Facet 1820 electric Facet.
Oh,
So that's kind of cool.
yeah. I think I saw one of those recently on Shop Goodwill.
That's probably the one he bought.
Oh,
I think that's it.
okay.
He buys a lot of machines from Shop Goodwill.
Okay.
I was
Excellent.
looking on I've never bought anything from Facebook Marketplace, but I looked the other day, and here in Albuquerque there's a 5 Series Smith Corona with a 6 character per inch, the large typeface.
Oh my goodness.
And you haven't got it yet?
I know.
Well, the problem is that my better half doesn't want me to have any more typewriters right now, but it is tempting. It really is.
Well,
You only live once, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, keep it in the trunk. Yeah, that's right. Keep it in the garage. Hide it under a pile of rags so nobody sees it.
But of course, you said you wouldn't do that.
I wouldn't do that. Well, it's part of living in a relationship, right? You have to be honest with your spouse.
Yeah.
That's-
At least most of the time.
Yeah, it works better that way.
Now, is this typewriter the one that was doing the skipping issue?
No, that's his Calibri.
Oh,
no, that's
your
the Calibri. Yeah, and
okay.
it did a skip. I think I tested it last week, and I think I got one skip out of it, but that was all.
Oh, not bad.
So,
not bad.
Yeah, I mean, I think some machines are just more prone to it, although I don't know if the Calibris are per se, but
Mine isn't.
Is yours?
No, mine is types really well. Has never skipped on me.
Good.
Nice. Nice.
I think it's a different mechanism inside than the regular Calibri. It's kind of a cost cut mechanism.
Oh.
So
well, I should.
It was different than your escapement.
I should actually probably make a trip over to Bill Walls and drop my Calibri off and see if he can do something about it.
There you go.
That would be a good idea. All right. Today's the 6th of December, huh?
Yeah.
Well, this typewriter, by the way, has an AZERTY keyboard. This is a French keyboard. Let's see if I can hold it up here in focus. So it's a French keyboard, AZERTY, and the numbers are shifted. So on the top row, you have to shift to get to the numbers.
Because the French are more interested in punctuation than
numbers. Right. Exactly. That sounds like a stereotype, but
it is. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Well, it is interesting though that like I think some of the German keyboards, there is a exclamation mark is lowercase, or maybe it's the British one of those. I think maybe a British keyboard exclamation marks are lowercase, so it's like everybody wants to talk in exclamations,
Yeah. So we have Dan Miller in the comments. He's unable to join us today, unfortunately. He has his kids with him. And then we also have Brenda Blomberg in the comments, and she specifically says, "Hi, Joe."
Hi, Brenda.
And also, of course, Sarah Van Allen is also in the comments, and she's listening and learning, or watching and learning, actually.
Will she be joining us, or?
I'm sure she typically joins after 9. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
right, what should we type about?
I know. I was planning on doing a blog entry, but I think I might just go more stream of consciousness and see what happens rather than an official blog entry. But it may end up as a blog entry. So yeah.
How about what they say? What happens in Type Club stays in Type Club.
There you go.
Well, no, he broadcasts all over the world.
I know, huh?
If you know about that old movie called Fight Club, that's a reference to that movie.
Yes.
Yes.
I have that on VHS, actually.
Is Fight Club an old movie? Oh God.
It's old enough to be on VHS.
Oh.
Oh, speaking of old movies, Turner Classic Movies is now, I think they're including movies from the 80s and the 90s what they're showing. And so it's supposed to be like, it's supposed to be classic movies. And these are from the 80s and 90s. But if you figure the 90s is quite a while ago now.
25, 30 years ago.
Yeah. Do you have anything in mind, Ted, that you're going to be typing?
I typed the date. So I can talk about
I should probably start with the date.
There you go. The date.
So here's a question. When you guys type the date, how do you type it? Is it month, day of the month, comma, then year? Because I started typing mine like 6 December 2020, no comma needed.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of makes sense because the month separates the two numbers, right? You don't need a comma. That's kind of more of a European way of
I was going to say that. I was gonna say that's very European of you.
But it doesn't. It's nice because you don't need the comma to separate the day of the month from the year like you would if we did it the way normal Americans do.
See, I'm a big fan of the comma. I love the look of the comma. So
Do you really?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Well, I'm just thinking it's less redundant to remove the comma. 6 December 2020.
So you're an efficient typist.
I know, not really.
Not really.
But since we're talking about it, I type the first line, just the date, the typewriter and type club, but this typewriter has a degree symbol. And so I use the degree symbol to separate the fields, like 6 December 2020 space, the degree symbol is like a little typographic separator, right?
Yeah. Nice. When that degree symbol is there, you have to use it.
And you also have to include the temperature.
Yeah, there you go.
Because you have a degree symbol, right?
I know.
Ta-da! I've got a degree symbol.
Nice.
Generally speaking, I will type the date, year, month, number, month, and then day. I do that basically because I'm used to doing things on computers.
Yeah.
So
that makes
way
sense.
Everything is actually in the right order when you put it in a directory.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
I actually organize my photos that way in folders.
Mm-hmm.
They're named year dot month dot day of the month.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyways.
Yeah, when I first got into digital cameras, I unfortunately put the month, the day, and the year, and of course, I have all the January from every year, and then I have all the February from So I since learned the error of my ways. So
you live and learn.
Yes,
Come on.
yes. Is there gonna be some cat typing?
Yeah, there's gonna be some cat drumming.
Beeline typing. Huh?
Oh, we have 7 people watching us now. Wow.
Wow.
We're under
Okay.
pressure.
At least we're at the date. We're at the date. The title of it.
I got date.
Are you using asterisks to separate the date from the name of the piece you're typing, or do you just?
New lines.
New lines. See, let's see if I can do this. I'll probably drop the typewriter here. Let's see if I can focus. I don't know if you can read that. Probably not. But
yeah, well, I can read it. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's kind of what I'm doing there. So, anyways, all right. Let's get back to work here.
We also have May in the comments as well.
Oh, hey, May.
She'll get on in a few. Yeah, she's going to join in a few. So,
all right.
I don't know how this sound is going to work. This is going to be very loud. If you want me to mute this when I start typing, let me know. Okay.
Hi. Can I help you?
I figured out how to use a French keyboard now. All the punctuation is in different places. It's not a very good typewriter.
Yeah, see the volume lowered right there.
Good.
Yeah.
Period. Shifted. The period is shifted. Man,
wow.
Shifted, huh?
It's a lowercase semicolon and a shifted period. So I guess the French just don't want to end a sentence. They just want to keep going, right?
Yeah.
Is that a stereotype?
Wow.
I'm sorry. All you French speaking people, I apologize. But anyways, it is a funny machine.
Yeah.
It's just unusual to your experience.
Yes, it is. It's just unusual to my experience. That's true. All right.
All the typing sounds have gone away. It's all silent.
Yeah. Oh, David's here.
Let him in.
Yeah.
I just realized one thing about this keyboard is the M and the semicolon keys are reversed. So the M is to the right of the L.
Wow.
Figure.
What?
I didn't know if that was. This is an AZERTY keyboard, right?
Yes,
So,
but why would
but
they
I
put
didn't.
the
Yeah, I know.
punctuation on the other side of another letter? Like the
Yeah.
M is just hanging out among all the.
Yeah, it literally goes. The GH in the middle, but then it goes JKLM. JKLM.
Yeah.
Interesting. Anyways, okay.
So you're having to do more site typing then.
Yeah, this is definitely site typing. You can't do touch typing on this without making mistakes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ah, now we can see your typewriter.
The monk writer.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now that everything's quiet, it's very quiet.
It's too quiet.
Yeah, I don't think the microphones are picking up the typing sound, which is unfortunate.
I've been hearing some.
You have? Okay.
Yeah.
I everything just goes completely silent for me when people start typing. So I must say something in order to not bore the participants.
I think it's like there's some kind of AGC circuit, automatic gain control in the audio, where a really sharp, spiky sound like a typewriter key, it kind of mutes everything down to keep it at a certain level, and so it sounds quieter.
Yeah.
I want to see if I could do something about that.
Yeah, I hear someone typing. In fact, I'm writing about the strange feeling of hearing someone else typing in my ears while I'm typing.
While you're typing. Ooh, okay. Well, as long as it's working, then
yeah.
Okay, now I'm going to switch to the Hermes 3000.
We lost your camera.
Oh, yes, you did. Sorry.
That's all
Whenever
right.
I hit the
There we
cable,
go.
whenever I bump the camera, the cable gets jittery. All right.
Uh,
It's still the 6.
Can your friend 3D print something that stabilizes that?
Yeah, I'm going to make something to hold the cable. It's just
Yeah.
whenever the cable flexes a little bit, it loses
Ah,
connection.
okay.
It's
Okay.
just a problem with all these kind of mirrorless digital cameras that have tiny little HDMI connectors coming out the side of the camera. It's just, any little movement and it interrupts it. So,
Yeah.
oh, this is much better.
We're up to 9 people watching.
Oh, really?
We're approaching record. I don't think we've ever had more than 9 watching. So
We just need to get more people in the video chat.
I know. Let's see.
Let's see. Oh, there we go. Now I can open the Zoom chat. Oh, nobody's talking in the Zoom chat.
Yeah, I David came in briefly, but I don't know what happened to him.
He's still listed as a non-video participant,
Oh, okay.
at least on my thing.
Okay.
Let's see.
So Dan Miller asked how many people can join on video in a Zoom session, and the answer to that
100.
100. Yes, 100.
I know the answer to that. I win a prize.
Do you know how many people watched your session for Virtual Hermans?
I don't, because I had everything was on full screen for me because I had to do the
Ah,
presentation, and I didn't
yeah,
really get
yeah.
a chance to drop back into.
Okay.
Well, actually, I did. I did at the end. I dropped into gallery mode, and I saw the screen was full, so there was at least like 15 or 16 people
Excellent.
actually involved in the video call. And then there were a number of people who were just watching and not actually streaming along with it. But there was a good number of participants in that group, because I'm you know, I wasn't the only one speaking in that hour. There were 3 speakers for each. Here we go. Now you can look at me. There are 3 speakers
That's
for
better.
each session. And so there were some people watching me and some people watching another speaker and some people watching a third. So generally the viewership got split up between the 3 of us at any given time.
Yeah.
So
very good.
But it was an impressive gallery of people. For me anyway. I mean, I think, you know, a couple dozen people is pretty good.
Yeah, definitely.
We need to do the Brady Bunch here. We need
I
more people
know.
joining.
I think people are being shy about typing now.
Why? Typing is easy.
I don't know.
You point the camera at the typewriter.
Yeah, it's easier than talking.
Make sure you're wearing pants.
I had to get out of my pajamas. Sometimes I stay in my pajamas for the live sessions. At least pajama bottoms.
Oh, Pink Floyd. Okay, I get it.
Yes, Pink Floyd.
I was looking at that and it looks, ooh, that's not the one I remember from Pink Floyd. So
yeah. Oh.
All in all, just another brick in the wall.
Oh, I love that album. I recently got it on, within the last few years, I got it on vinyl. Mm-hmm. It's going for like $35, $40. So, and that's for a new pressing.
So here's my Pink Floyd story.
All right.
When I was in the Navy, we headed out in the year 1980, the spring of 1980. We were on deployment in the Western Pacific, and they launched the failed hostage rescue attempt.
Oh
in 1980 from the USS Nimitz in the Arabian Sea. So I was on the Constellation. They sent us out to relieve the Nimitz. But just before we left Subic Bay in the Philippines, one of the guys the wall had just come out, and one of the guys bought it on cassette tape. It was a 2-volume tape. So we spent 110 days out at sea, like 3.5 months basically. And we listened to that. That's what got us through that whole time period was. Yeah.
Nothing but wall to wall to wall.
That's right. Well, the thing is, we didn't know how long we were going to be out there. There was no time limit set. It was like an unlimited, in our mind at least, it was open-ended. So we didn't know how long we would be there. But anyways, that's my little Pink Floyd story for you.
Well, there you go. Now you know every note of that album, probably.
Yes.
There's Bob Marshall.
Hey. Yes.
At least his picture, anyway.
I think you see his picture before I do.
Oh, maybe I see him in a heavily laden vest and sunglasses.
That must be his typing uniform.
Oh, there he goes. He went away.
Oh. We were so close to having 4 people on screen.
I still have a gray box with David in it.
Oh, okay.
It just says his name. I don't know if he's actually here or not, but
yeah.
Let's see. I have show non-video participants on, so he may just be lurking.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And that's fine.
I'm looking at all the tools I have in Zoom. What can I do?
Oh.
What can I sabotage?
Oh no.
My earphone.
What do they call it? Zoom bombing? You're gonna take control of the screen.
I doubt it. I don't. Let's see. I can view stream on YouTube. Copy streaming link. Nope, doesn't look like I can do anything terrible. So
okay.
Oh wow.
Okay, we're safe.
You're safe.
Oh.
Let's see.
Brian Good says it's nice to hear all of us click-clacking away this morning. So
so they can hear it. Okay, cool.
I guess so. Yeah.
Oh, excellent. I'm sitting here going, oh, everything's quiet. I'm nervous about that.
No wonder. Let me put this. Brian Good says it's nice to hear all of us.
Oh, okay. Well, I could hear what happened already.
Yeah. The YouTube stream is 20 seconds behind us. So
okay.
I was testing the audio on there, and as Joe was typing, the typing volume was very low. So I think it's doing the same on there as well.
Okay, yeah.
So do you have a little button you can push to like do a beep in case we say something naughty?
You know, this is rated NC-17. So yeah, and I actually put that the video is not intended for kids.
Not intended for children.
Balderdash.
Oh man, whew. You went straight to the bad one.
The bad one.
The adult chat.
Yes, this is the adult chat.
Oh man.
Let's see. Maybe the Royal GA or sorry, talking out loud.
Oh, I have a question for you, Ted.
Yes.
So when I hit the right margin, you know, when I reach the right margin,
it should line lock.
Yeah, it does that, and then but it doesn't block the character from striking.
That may not be something it does normally.
Okay,
I don't know.
Okay, because I can keep typing the word, and it'll all be like right there on the margin.
Yeah,
and that's happened a couple times already.
If you get a chance to open it up, take it out of the shell, and go ahead and bank it against the right margin, and make sure that the line lock is usually a bar that sits underneath the type bars, and it's connected by a link to a lever to the back of the carriage where the margin is. Make sure that when that activates, it's actually pushing that bar up. If it's not, then you might be able to just clean it out and or adjust it to make it because normally that bar will come up and it'll block the type bars from coming up. I don't know that particular model actually has a line lock, but you can look for it. It's a pretty obvious mechanism.
Okay, so, excellent. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh, let's see.
What am I actually working on?
So how are you guys choosing? What is your favorite correction method? Or you just don't correct at all?
I've been super lazy. I go back and type the correct character over the old
just
character.
Over it. So I sort of use correct type, right? The correcting tabs. Except for this, I'm just not worrying about it. Actually, I made a lot more mistakes on the Roy typewriter because the keyboard, but I'm not really making hardly any on the Hermes, which I think there's some connection between the ease of use and how many mistakes you make, I think, with some of these machines. At least that is the case with me.
Yeah.
Generally speaking, if I do corrections, I'll do the correct type sheets. But on rare occasions, if I'm really worried about whether I'm spelling things right or not, and I'm going to post it on the blog, after I do my scan, I'll actually go into Photoshop and cut letters out of one place and paste them over the mistakes.
Yes.
And then flatten it and then export it.
So you do actual copy and pasting, huh?
I will actually cut letters out of one place and paste them over mistakes.
So it's like Photoshop for typing.
Yeah. But that's only if if the mistakes are inhibiting understanding of what I'm writing. So
okay.
If you cut each letter out from a different magazine, you could send ransom notes.
I could very easily. If only I had someone to ransom.
That's right. If only if somebody had money. Nobody has any money.
If only I could kidnap somebody who had money.
That's right. Darn. All right.
So Brian Good, he says he's watching on YouTube, so he's 20 seconds behind, what's actually live. Okay. So he says So he says, what is the future like? Are there flying cars yet?
Yes.
Jetpacks Network 23?
There's
Jetpack.
flying cars 20 seconds into the future.
That's good.
What do we have there?
Jetpacks.
Secret Society Wars. Yes. That's what's in the future, right, Ted?
Yep. Jetpacks are just around the corner.
Yeah.
Hot green alien chicks.
Hot green alien chicks.
Oh my. All right. We have 10 people watching now. That's, I believe, a new record.
We're blowing up.
I know, but
They're all watching us type on keyboards.
Yeah.
Let's do that some more if that's what they want.
Yeah.
Give
Give
the
them what
people
they want.
Give them what they want. Give the people what they want. Barnum Bailey.
Let's see. I was looking something up. Nope. Cancel. Let's see. Ooh, JP7.
Correct. I have to do a correction.
Truman?
I hear somebody.
Hey.
Oh, I just wanted you
Sarah.
to turn it down a little bit.
Here's Sarah.
Are you watching JoJo?
You're live on YouTube, Sarah.
Your photograph is.
See, I don't see her.
I don't
I don't know
either.
what's- Oh, I think maybe we lost her.
Oh, okay.
Maybe she realized she was live.
There
Oh,
she
there
is.
she is. There she is.
Morning, guys.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Hi, how are you guys doing?
We are
Good.
Fine.
Good, nice
Yeah.
to see you all.
Thank
It's be nice to be seen.
Yes, yes. I hear everybody's experiencing cold weather.
Yes.
Yes.
You got to
yes.
warm up your typer fingers.
Yeah. Although it's already getting sunny now outside this morning, so it's going to be rapidly warming up.
Oh, that's good.
We have a courtyard that faces the south, and in the wintertime, in the middle of the day, it's quite warm, even on
Oh,
a
okay.
cold day. But
Well, that's
as
nice.
soon as the shade hits, the high desert, it gets cold, when you lose the sunlight.
Yeah.
We were going on a walk this morning, and any part of the sidewalk that's shaded by houses and trees still has snow on it, a little bit of snow from last week.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, just because of the cold, around here, it's the sunlight that melts everything. It's bright sun, right? So if you don't,
Hmm.
if something's in the shade, you'll have snow there, at least a little layer of it for weeks and weeks and weeks after.
Wow, that's amazing. Well, plus it's very dry up there too, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah,
So that kind of helps with that.
yep.
Yeah, you were mentioning the illustrious Mrs. Van Cleve. Does she like to type?
She doesn't type as much as I do, but she has an SM3. She has
Oh.
probably the nicest typewriter in my collection, our collection. But she does type
Wow.
occasionally, not as much as we do, but as I do. But
Oh,
and
well,
she
that's good.
actually found that typewriter of hers
Right.
in a thrift store.
Oh.
So yeah, and the
Oh, I
store.
think you were saying it's
yeah,
green, right?
it's green. Yeah, so she
Yeah.
actually hid it inside a piece of furniture at the thrift store, so nobody else would find it.
Oh, that's right. She hid it inside the furniture.
Yeah, and then she called. Then she came home and said, "I found this German typewriter." And as soon as you say German typewriter, I think, okay, that's worth getting. Any kind of a German
Yeah.
typewriter usually. So, anyways, that's her
Absolutely.
machine. So, yep. So what do you have there? An SM7, SM9,
SM7.
Let's see.
SM7.
This is actually the 9.
9?
Nope, that's an SM7.
Is it?
Yes.
Oh, right. I'm sorry. You're exactly right. You're exactly right.
Don't ever argue
I
with
should
Ted. Don't
Never
argue
argue
with
with Ted Monk. Yeah.
He's the wizard.
Yeah, he is. He knows everything. Yeah, this is the SM7. I had actually gotten a new platen on this a while back.
Ooh.
Oh, wonderful.
I know. So it's really nice, but it's got that shift. So
Yeah.
it is a little bit more tiring, but it still is really nice to type on.
You know, you
And
could
I'm
have one of
probably-
your kids stand there and do the shifting for you.
Yeah,
I
have them
should.
pull up on the
Charlotte,
back.
you come over here and do the shifting for me. He said I can have one of my kids do the shifting for me. Do that, yeah. Just poke your head in there and say hi to the guys. Hold on a second. Are you going
Charlotte
back?
needs a mask.
Charlotte needs a
Dad
mask.
is here.
Hang on a second. We're having a little changing of the guard here for a moment.
Okay.
They can't hear me because I took my headset off.
We can
No,
still
we
hear
can
you.
hear you.
Hold
We
on
can
a
still hear you.
Just don't say anything you shouldn't say.
Okay,
There we
go.
lost her.
A
What are
changing
you,
of the
what-
guard.
Are you masking up, Ted? What was that?
No,
What
she
was-
said she needed a mask, and so I was
Oh,
offering her
okay,
one.
okay.
The
Oh,
internet's where
That's
that
very
does so
kind
much
of
good.
you.
It was very
Just-
kind of you.
Just push it through the screen.
There you go.
Touch the screen and you'll be masked.
There you go.
Anyways.
Oh.
Okay.
Sorry, I didn't mean to leave you guys suddenly.
What is Ted doing? What are you doing,
my-
Ted?
Special
Let's
effects.
see. Oh, whoops, here we go.
Nice.
Sorry, guys. I didn't mean to leave. My daughter needed a mask, and we couldn't find any. 'Cause
Ah,
they had to. Their dad came to pick them up, and everybody
Wow.
was running around. Where is the mask? Where's the mask? So now we're okay again. And I said, I'm on the show. I can't talk to you guys. I'm talking to Joe Van Cleve, and Charlotte's like, I need a mask. And so,
but it's Joe Van Cleve. You can't
I
interrupt.
know. Exactly. I was like, Charlotte, it's the Joe Van Cleve.
The
It's like I'm
Joe
talking
Van-
to.
The
I'm talking to
Capital
a,
T,
famous.
the.
it's like a famous person, and Ted Monk is on here. You can't be bothering me, you guys.
And look, it's Joe Van Cleve's clipboard collection. I know.
There you go.
Whoa.
Aluminum clipboard. You know what? I
Wow.
actually found this at my brother's house, which is the old family house. This was a clipboard I had
Nice.
in high school because it has our address and phone number that I wrote on it. But Joe Van
Oh,
I
cool.
wrote that. It's high school clipboard. That's how you can tell I
Man.
was a geek. I had a legal sized high school clipboard.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
my.
pretty serious geek.
Yeah.
When they open the Joe Van Cleve Museum, that's going to be worth $50 million.
Yeah. That'll be worth admission alone right there.
Right. Like a signed Joe Van Cleve
Oh yeah.
clipboard.
The sign, we'll
With-
have reproductions in the gift shop.
There
Yeah.
you go.
$20 clipboards with the Joe Van Cleve signature on the back.
Right.
Sure.
For a mere $49.99.
Oh, that's
with
right. That's
tax.
right. With tax.
Yeah.
The,
Well, my
the
friend,
original
yeah, go ahead.
the original will be framed on the wall.
Oh, that's right.
Yes.
Yeah, in glass. Well, my
shadow
friend
box.
Ethan came over to my house this last year, and we went out in the backyard, and he realized that I do a lot of my photography videos in the backyard, and I've done a lot of photography, you know, like little still life shots. And he
Mhm.
called it the world famous Joe Van Cleve backyard. So now my wife and I kind of call it the world famous.
The world famous Joe
Yeah,
Van
like
Cleve.
if I have to
backyard.
go mow the lawn, it's like I have to go out and mow the lawn in the world famous Joe Van Cleve backyard.
That's awesome.
Oh, there's me.
It's
Hey,
just like
man.
Good
endless
morning.
joke supply.
Good morning.
Good morning. I've got my typewriter party all set
Oh
up
my
and ready to
goodness.
go.
Nice.
Hey,
Welcome.
good morning, May.
I'm still having my most important beverage of the day, coffee.
Us too. Yes.
So I'm
I
running
need
around the
another
house.
cup. I need another cup.
Yeah. Here, we'll hand it
Got
to
our
you through
5
the
series
Even
of
though I'm not on
Corona.
camera, I can still
Here
see
you go,
you. I've got
Joe.
my wireless.
I might
I've
have
got
to
a
get
nice
some.
representation
Yeah.
here of typewriters.
Okay, I see what she's
You know, I
got.
was listening for about the first 15 minutes or so. You're right. The Zoom mutes the sound of the typewriters when you guys type.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
The
So for some
sound,
people it does, and other
and
people
for some
doesn't.
it does, and some it doesn't. Yes.
Agatha's medicine.
But does it do it because we have our headsets on? Like if we take them off, do you think it will, like the typewriter sounds will fight with each other and kind of auto mute? I see a
possible.
nice kitty there.
The only
I
way
think
we'll
it
know
has-
is to try it.
That's a Ted question. Ted's the
Right.
technical expert here.
Do we dive in?
Hello.
Well, I'm sure
Can I help
almost
you?
all of these devices have an AGC circuit, right? Automatic gain control. So
Mm-hmm.
that's part
Yeah.
of it. And then Zoom might be doing Zoom auto mutes, you know, a little bit if you're not talking or whatever, or it kind of mutes your microphone or mutes your
Mhm.
whatever. There's some kind of auto muting going on anyway when you talk. So
Yeah. Well, I think with virtual Hermans, a lot of people were off their headsets, and we did hear a lot of typing strokes. So
Hmm.
my hunch
Huh.
is that we might find that we hear that if we take it off. I don't know.
Mhm.
It might just mess with everything.
Yeah. Let's not mess with a good thing.
Mhm.
So
Right.
so since two of you are drinking coffee, I assume, or tea.
Oh,
it co-
coffee.
Coffee.
It's gotta
Okay.
be coffee.
So how do you like
Coffee.
your coffee? That's the important question
With
here.
a splash of cream,
Okay.
Yeah.
vegan cream. I'm
Vegan cream.
Oh.
lactose
Nice,
intolerant,
nice.
so
I like
use
a little
the
bit of
silk.
turbinado sugar and whole milk. But
Yes. Turbinado sugar. That's the good stuff.
yeah.
Oh,
And a
yeah.
little
Is-
cream, a little half and half.
And I do
Sometimes
either
little.
espresso or an AeroPress into it.
Oh, I've
So
never
I'll-
tried AeroPress,
Well, I'll
but
pour up the milk, put the sugar in it, and microwave that ahead of time so it's hot.
Ooh.
And then I'll dispense the espresso or the AeroPress into it.
Wow, that's just like candy. That sounds
It's
so
like
good.
candy. Yeah.
Yum.
And that's probably why I like it, because it's like
I'm
candy.
sure that's why I would like it too. That sounds good. I like that idea of warming it up first. Wow.
Yeah,
Then
yeah.
all the the chemistry like congeals together. Yum.
Now
Yum.
I'm thinking I have to go get another cup of coffee. Come back here. Or I
Yeah,
could
feel
ask my
free.
wife. You know, I could call her on the phone. I
Yeah.
could call her on the phone and ask
have
her
her-
to bring me a cup of coffee in here.
Do that. You could have like delivery service.
Delivery service.
Yeah, and they would be the world famous
The
Joe
world-
Van Cleve's wife.
Wife's
Coffee.
coffee delivery service.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that one time she brought you a plate of food or something.
Oh yeah, she brought breakfast, you know.
Aw,
We already
that's
had our
awesome.
breakfast this
so
morning.
sweet.
Oh, okay.
It is.
We
It is
had
really sweet.
waffles and fried eggs and bacon. That was
Oh,
Nice.
wow.
Nice.
Good
That's yummy.
Sunday breakfast.
good. Sunday breakfast,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
yeah.
what
Wow.
happened to
Hungry.
Ted? Oh my
That's awesome.
gosh. Ted is
I know.
He's a new
lighter.
man.
Ted Light.
I don't have my
I
beard
like
to pull on
it.
anymore.
Well, I did trim mine a little bit yesterday, but not too much.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ted and I
Yeah.
are like twins now.
Yeah.
My Uncle Jim used to say in the military, you'd say, "Oh, you got your ears lowered
That's
Yeah.
when
right.
you get a haircut."
That's right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I always tell my son, Joe Van Cleve reminds me of my Uncle Jim. He's so
Aw.
knowledgeable and he was in the Navy too. So it's kind of one
Oh.
of those things.
One of those
Yeah.
know-it-all sailors.
No, my Uncle Jim is like, he was kind of like my dad growing
Oh,
up. He's
that's
a
good.
really special guy to me. So
That's good.
yeah, so it's that kind of thing. Yeah. Just a very but yes, a knowledgeable note. And he liked Pink Floyd. So
There you go. Well, all these
Yep.
special people do, you know.
yes, it's part of the club. Oh my goodness. Well, we'd love to have an appearance of your wife at one of these moments if you
Well, yeah. Well, I
Recall.
might go request some coffee if I'm going to do that right now. In fact, I'll be back shortly.
Oh, cool. All right.
You guys discuss amongst yourselves.
Okay.
Discuss.
Type amongst yourselves.
Type amongst ourselves.
So what's the goal here? Just to type and listen
Yeah.
to everyone type and just chat. There's no question and answer. or
Nope.
Just
Yeah,
a very
it's
casual type.
very very free form today, which I'm enjoying.
What are your typing?
Which typewriter should we use? Decisions. Do I want
I know.
1930s? Do I want 1940s or 50s? Maybe a brother 60s.
It's
Maybe
so
an
fun.
electric 70s. I've got typewriters everywhere.
Oh, it's wonderful, isn't it? Well, we should swap them
is.
out and try some of each.
I think, yeah,
Do a
I
paragraph
put
on each
together
one.
Yeah.
several. Yeah, just to compare the way they feel side by side. I
Mhm.
haven't done a lot of Joe Van Cleve style typing side by side comparisons. So I need to do that.
Is that a thing?
Yes.
If
Everything
you,
you do,
if you
Joe,
say it
a
is,
thing.
it will be a thing.
If
He's the
Joe does it, it's a
trendsetter.
thing.
The trendsetter.
The
I've been
trendsetter.
watching your videos, Joe, and I came across one of your videos from about 2-3 years ago where you were using the drafting feature of the typewriter to make mazes, and I thought that was really cool. So,
yeah.
this idea that I thought I had discovered was actually an old discovery.
Well,
by
that was
Joe.
Nothing new under the sun.
No, there's not. That was kind of a mashup of, my interest in mazes goes back a long time, and then also, of course, typewriter drawing.
Mhm. It is. It's a good way to make graphs and
Oh yeah,
charts, and you can even make designs.
spreadsheets.
I came across, Richard Polk, who does that, etc., or used to, I suppose.
Oh yeah.
But one of his,
Well,
one
he's
of
still
his-
on the board of directors with us.
okay, but one of them had a link to ornamental typing, which really drew me in. Using
Oh,
a
that's cool.
typewriter to make like borders and designs, using different characters and things like that. And I was drawn into that rabbit hole and experimenting with making my own stationery, using the red and making borders.
Oh, cool. 10 days later, and then she's opening up her Etsy shop, and
right.
It wouldn't be unusual.
No.
And then I finally ordered a bulk roll of the Baco ribbon, so it should be coming here sometime this week.
Are you gonna get
330 yards.
Do you have your own eyelet clamp?
I use brads instead. They serve the same purpose. I have a big box of paper brads, and I just poke a little hole in each end of the ribbon and pop the brad through there. And
they don't rotate underneath or anything? How do you keep them from, like, the little pokey parts from?
They bend. You poke through and you bend the little legs over the ribbon.
What do you have there,
okay.
Ted?
Like over either side, maybe.
This is my eyeletter.
Oh, I've been wondering about that.
It's from We Are Memory Keepers eyeletter.
Seriously? That's huge.
It's called a Crocodile 2. And it punches the holes and it smashes the eyelets.
That's awesome.
That looks more professional.
So
it's very substantial.
Well, it's a Ted Monk, innovation.
Yeah. Right.
Does it do it in one stroke, or you have to do it
in two steps?
Okay.
Like,
okay.
You set the gauge to the size of hole you want, and then stick the ribbon in there, and it punches it. And then you push it over there and put the ribbon with the eyelet in there, and choose there's like a bunch of different heads on here for various sizes of eyelets, and then you smush.
Wow.
That's it.
Nice.
That's
and
so
I assume
fun.
Very cool.
I assume there's other brands that are making those as well.
Oh yeah, definitely. I just found this at a thrift store, and so I was like,
Wow,
there you
lucky.
go.
I want that.
Yeah.
Any store that sells like scrapbooking type supplies.
Yeah,
will
you can
have
get
those.
anything. They have even cheaper ones, like little ones that look like hole punches for paper.
Yep.
Mhm.
That's what I have. I have a couple
They
of
do
those.
the same thing.
Hobby Lobby sells those pretty cheaply.
Yeah,
get
I was
them
looking those
anywhere.
up recently. Yeah, and you can also get ones that are almost like they look almost like a stamp, and you use a hammer and pound them down.
And the little awl.
Yeah. What
Yeah.
size grommets do you guys like?
I use
4 millimeter or the point?
Let's see. Oh,
I don't remember.
I always wonder. You don't want it to be too big for the ribbon.
Whatever the standard size is that those come with in the sewing section of the craft store.
Okay.
The eyelets.
the ones I use are 0.33 inches or 0.8 centimeters.
Nice. Okay, those are small. That's
Yeah,
good.
these are.
Yeah.
Really
Just
small.
under a quarter
Very
inch.
big.
Nice. Okay.
before Brad's, I just used a stapler, and I
There you
popped
go.
a few staples at each end, and that works too. Keep.
May's the innovator with
That's right.
office supplies.
Office supply innovator.
Yes.
That works until the staple
Make
falls out
do.
and gets buried in
gets-
your typewriter mechanism.
I know it
That's
haunts
right.
me. I'm like,
Right.
oh no.
Oh no! You twist it. You staple, and then you twist the staples so that they
There's
don't.
a technique. Okay.
Oh,
Special
she has-
technique.
She has a
So-
Maybe
plan.
dab it off with a little glue gun.
So May, what blue typewriter do we have there, May? What is
This
that?
is my
Oh.
brother JP3,
Yeah.
I believe. Ted is
Yeah.
the expert, but brother
That is
JP3.
correct.
This is my only cursive typewriter, and so
Oh yeah.
I am making a typecast with
There
this
you go.
typewriter using
nice.
your technique, using small sheets of paper, so that way the
Yeah.
font.
Do you have a blog, May?
She does.
I do now. I do.
Is it-
Arkansas Typewriter.
Oh, is it on the blog? Is it on
blogspot.com.
Richard's
Oh,
blog?
cool.
Yes, it is.
Oh,
It
good.
is. Oh, good. Thanks, Richard, for putting me on there. But
Oh,
yeah,
I did it,
Arkansas
but-
Typewriter, no S. Oh, you
Thank
did
you,
it. Thank you.
I
Thank
put
you,
it on there.
Ted.
So, yeah.
Thank you, Ted. I appreciate it. So it's new. There's only a few posts, but you have to start somewhere. So
That's right.
There you go.
So, so here's a question: when you're typing on narrow sheets of paper, like we often do with typecasting, do you like to put the piece of paper in the middle of the carriage so the feed rollers?
oh
Or
no, I like to start at
center-
0.
You like to start at 0 because I
like-
always
I-
think I want to center it in the middle of the carriage so it feeds
Mhm.
straight. Because some of these machines
Oh.
have separate rollers, and if you
Mhm.
start at 0, you'll
That's
have
true.
like the rubber won't be centered on the paper. There'll be more rubber on one side than the other, and it might feed crooked.
Mhm.
I'm always worried
That makes
about
sense.
There's also
Yeah.
when you're setting thin typewriter or typecast margins, which I call them typecast margins, that are
that. Yes.
3.5 to 4 inches for your margins.
Copyright Ted Monk 2000,
Yeah.
2020.
Some machines is like this Groma and a lot of Underwoods. You can only set the margins in a certain amount of space on
Yeah.
either side, and
Yeah.
if you try to move it over too far, the margins won't go that far. So
Right,
Mm.
right.
centering it is a good idea in those cases.
And
All
I,
right.
Oh,
when
there
I
you
type,
go.
I
Very
use an
much.
old school dictionary. Makes it more authentic.
Look at this, the cloth.
Nice.
Webster.
Whoa.
Oh yes, yeah. Well, if I
Wow,
take
that's
my
nice.
Oh, with the
cover
tabs.
off,
Yeah.
That's
if
awesome.
I take my cover off,
I
mine is also
remember
very
those.
similar. Yeah, I've had
That's
this
the
is
real
my
deal.
college. I bought this in 1990, so
Wow.
dating
I like
myself
the
there.
illustrations they put on these
Yes.
dictionaries. Let's see, here you go.
That was the best dictionary. What is that? What are they telling you about there?
Oh, that's capsize, a capstan. A capstan is a
Oh,
nautical
nice.
device.
Oh, interesting. Wow.
I just happened to open up to that. It could have been a dirty medical word or something. Luckily it wasn't.
It's
Just the luck
because
of the
you're a
draw.
sailor. Yeah.
I'm
you
a
got
sailor.
that-
That's
You're a
right.
sailor, so you got that luck there.
Yeah, even though I was an aircraft carrier sailor, and that's, not really a sailor because you're 90 feet off the water and the ship barely moves. But
Yeah, well.
it's a floating city. It's not really
Right.
sailing. But anyway,
Yep. I've
okay.
been reminding myself about that all week when my neighbors are running around like elephants upstairs, that Joe used to have to listen to
Yes.
jets landing, so I shouldn't complain.
I got out of the Navy. I realized it was 1981. I realized that's like 39 years ago.
Wow.
That's a long time.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is
You're
a lot.
old.
I am old. Dang.
What happens in Type Club stays in Type Club.
That's right. Exactly. Exactly.
Joe, you mentioned that when you learned to type in
Yeah.
school, that you used electric typewriters.
Yeah. Yep. So they had Selectrics and they had some kind of Underwood type bar machine. I think it was Underwood, some electric one. And I used one of those electric type bar machines, and our family had a Hermes 10 electric. My dad bought it from my oldest brother, but that was our family typewriter. So yeah, I kind of grew up with electric type bar machines. And I used the Selectric a little bit in the Navy, typing up poetry. And I went to when I got out of the Navy, I wanted to have the same quality of imprint. So I got a little Daisy Wheel Smith Corona electronic. Nice. And it wasn't really until the early 2000s that I even got into manual typewriters, which I thought, thinking back on it, that's kind of amazing. But,
and it's amazing that I'm probably about 10 years younger than you, Joe.
Yeah.
But we had manual typewriters in our typing class.
Oh, interesting.
So did we. So did we.
Our school, I guess our school district didn't have as much money as yours.
Right. Yeah. Well, I noticed that the first thing I noticed in typing class, it was a big classroom. The first thing I noticed, it was mostly girls.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah, they required us to take it, but the boys were the fastest because they were competitive.
Oh,
and
yeah.
So
yeah.
At the time, I
was
only able to do like 20 words a minute, and I was having a really hard time. I had to stay after class and stuff. But then there were these guys that were just like, trying to race me all the time. It was terrible.
We lost May. She fell over.
Uh-oh.
There we go. I'm trying to plug my phone in to power so I won't.
She may come back. Oh, there she is.
Or she may not. Yeah.
Or she may not.
I may come back. There we go. Trying to plug my phone in and knocked it off. I have to use my phone this time because my data is limited.
Oh yeah.
Between the virtual Hermans and Typewriter Club, I'm burning up my data pretty quickly, which is fine.
That downloading.
Yes, I have to use phone
data
now.
In math class in high school, they taught the 10 key adding machine. The old, remember before they had barcode readers at the grocery stores, they had a 10 key cash register.
Yeah.
The clerk would grab your item. It had a paper sticker on it, the price sticker. Remember those little guns they had that would shoot price stickers on all the boxes? And he would look, you know how to key in the numbers without looking at the keyboard. You grab it out of their cart and then you put it in the paper sack and you just keep keying. And that's how they used to do it in grocery stores. But they taught that in high school also. So that was kind of cool.
That I did learn in high school, but I have long since forgotten it.
I thought you could demonstrate it for us.
No.
Gregory.
Now,
I taught myself 10 key. Just based on the same positioning of the regular kind of key touch stuff. But I did work for a grocery store a couple years ago, actually a health food store, and they still use those guns. And so I would price them, and then when the stuff came through, I would do like what Joe was saying.
Wow,
because we had an old register that we're still trying to keep alive.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Wow.
It's a useful skill. It really is.
Yeah.
I like it.
Well, I think it's interesting that the 10 key keyboard was opposite order from the telephone keypad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which,
that's so inconvenient.
I have an electronic calculator that I think has the same.
Oh yeah.
Right. Maybe the same 10 key layout.
1,
right. Yeah.
2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. You're right. But with the phone, it's this way.
Yeah.
Maybe that's because originally there was the dial,
Maybe so. Yeah.
That thing. And so it would start with the 1 and go around.
See, I think that's the downfall of civilization right there. Is they couldn't get those things to agree with each other.
It explains so much,
It does. It's all there.
The last 4 years.
I think I've hit on it. The last 4 years, especially.
Yeah, it all comes back to that.
It all comes back to that. That's right. Oh well.
Wow.
Okay, let's get serious here. Okay.
Oh no, serious.
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 Oh, who do we have?
Cereal.
We have Bob. Here he is.
Hey, Bob.
Oh, yay.
Bob
Yay,
Marshall.
Bob is here.
Now, on my phone, I can only see.
Oh, let me unmute. Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Hello.
Hello. Type Pal.
I tried to sign in a little bit ago, and Joe and everybody was talking about how they cut things out or edit themselves. I was real prone to use the X key over words that I had made mistakes on. But then I realized a few times I made 3-letter mistakes. So then my paper would say XXX. So it wasn't very popular. So I actually started using the D key just for the fun of it.
Interesting.
That's
Yeah,
a good
so
word.
now I
I
use
use the
the
hashtag.
And
But
yeah,
I like
triple D
hashtag.
could be triple X, in
Triple
another context.
triple D.
Don't get
I
me
think
started.
I think I used the slash key actually.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, just a simple strike through.
Yeah.
good way to wear your pinky out, though. At least it is for me. I make a lot of mistakes, so yeah.
So do I.
Oh, right. Sorry.
Yeah.
These fingers are very strong.
Can I ask a funny question, Monk? Where's all your
course.
hair? Do you have your
What?
hair cut back, or did you cut all your hair off?
It's
It fell
gone.
out.
It's gone.
It was,
Gone.
When did it disappear? Didn't you used to have long hair? Weren't you a fellow long hair like the rest of us?
He's
I
joined the
did.
military. Oh wait, I think I see Joe Van Cleve's
Yes,
wife. Where'd
yes.
she go?
She's
Oh,
gone.
she's-
She doesn't
Oh, I
want to be
only
on
got to-
camera.
I only saw
The
part of it.
legend.
Darn it.
She's wearing a purple top.
That's
They
all I
call
Mighty
it
saw.
free good man.
Yep, that's right.
Oh, this is from my favorite coffee shop that's no longer around. But I'll have to show you the logo here. This is Winning Coffee.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
Vinny.
Like
I
a
like
cat
it.
in space. I like that. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
That was a local artist that made those, and I have a T-shirt with the same logo. But
Oh, that's
Very
awesome.
good.
that's where I wrote a lot of my short stories at. Was at Winning Coffee.
Oh,
That's
Got
cool.
to have a good coffee shop to do any serious writing. I think, at least for me.
Definitely. It looks like a Felix the Cat on caffeine.
It's kind of that's
Yeah.
what it is. Kind of Felix the Cat on caffeine, and maybe more than just caffeine. But
Yeah. Well.
May, I sent you a PSA in the chat.
Oh, I'll have to get up and.
Oh my goodness. Everything's okay. Don't worry. I've got a typewriter that Brian will appreciate.
oh,
yeah.
This is
all
the
of
only
it.
one like this that I have.
Oh,
Somebody
He-
found this
Dirty.
for me. Mhm.
he might want to buy that from you.
He does
Well, it's
like
for
orange
sale.
typewriters.
If he wants it, I'm trying to sell a bunch of machines for, Christmas money and all that kind of
Yeah.
stuff. So yeah,
Is it orange or red?
it's orange. It's a very
Oh, okay.
very intense orange. Yeah, It's a Privileg
Ah.
350T, which is basically a rebranded Olivetti Underwood Lettera 82, I believe.
Mhm.
If I'm correct about that. It types really well. Not a friend, but somebody on Nextdoor who knew I was interested in typewriters found it in basically the dump day pile in his neighborhood. And I know
Wow.
Ted Monk's going, yeah. And so, and he was like, hey, do you want it? And I said, yeah, because, I had put out a message saying I'm interested in, old typewriters. And if you have one, I'd love to fix it up or take it off your hands or whatever. So he gave me this thing and it needed some work. It still had some old German words typed on it, but it was rebranded by a company called Quell International, I believe. That was like a mail order catalog or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, maybe Ted will know more about this, but it types really well.
Excellent.
Yeah, I cleaned it up and everything. It works great. And then of course it's got these little knobs or the the screws that go
Yeah.
on to the
Mhm.
ribbon thing. The original ones, everything's in great shape. So
It's very shapely.
it feels a lot like a Valentine.
Yeah, it
Or it
looks
looks
almost like
like
the
one.
Studio 45, just a little bit shorter. and a
Yeah.
little more rounded.
Very nice.
I mean, it's plastic, and I'm not
Yeah.
really into plastic, but it types really well. It's got the innards of
It's an
something more
engineered
substantial.
resin. It's an engineered resin, not plastic.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. That sounds so much better. Engineered resin typewriter.
That's how you sell it. When you want to sell it, you say it's made of high quality engineered resin.
Space age polymer.
Yeah, polymer. Yeah.
High. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. That's good. I like that. Yeah, but it types great. Yep.
Hey, I'm all for plastic. Plastic lasts forever, apparently. So nothing wrong with the plastic typewriter. I have one, and it's a very good typewriter.
Yep.
And we'll be back. I have
doesn't
to take the dogs out.
Oh, okay. It
Okay.
just does not have a 0 key, so you have to do a capital O. Which is a
Oh,
little
okay.
bit odd, yeah.
That is
But it's
odd.
got umlauts, like an A, an O, and an A with an umlaut, and some other interesting keys. Let me see if I can show you guys.
Oh, it's a Quart Z. It's a German keyboard.
Yep.
It's a Quart Z.
That's right.
QWERTZ. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you know, Joe, I actually have like 3 Quart Z machines now. Partly by accident and a little bit by, okay, whatever, I'll deal with it. And and I like them. I've gotten to be okay with it.
I have 2 German ones. I have the Voss and the Triumph Norm 6.
Oh, that's right.
Then I have this French Roy with the Azerty keyboard here, which is...
Now, the Azerty really scares me because I'm like, how do I even...
It's not just the Azerty part, but they have the M and the semicolons switched around or something. So it's the home row is JKLM instead of JKL semicolon.
Ah.
So the M is actually harder to get used to than the Azerty part.
Wow.
But I like the German ones. The German is fine because you don't use a Z that often, and the Y is, you just got to think about the Y. That's really the only difference, right?
That's the key. You just have to remind yourself right before you start, and then kind of just every so often say, hey, And
then I think some of those accent marks you can use as an apostrophe. Instead of doing the uppercase shifted apostrophe, you can just use the apostrophe is probably a dead key, accent key, but you can just do apostrophe space and, it'll work for apostrophe.
Exactly. Yeah. I worry about shipping this one. That's the only thing, because it seems like it's kind of fragile.
Yeah. I would definitely probably, if you
wrap it in saran wrap.
Wrap it in plastic. Yeah. Wrap it in saran wrap and then bubble wrap.
Yeah.
And then double box it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and then put a box around that.
Yes. And then have it delivered by the local mafia.
Yeah, that sounds good. I like that. The German mafia.
The German mafia, that's right. Anyways. Yeah,
how is it, Sarah? I mean, can you type just as fast on the Quart Z as you can as a Quart T?
Yes, as long as I remember about the Y. So just now I wrote it works wonderfuls instead of it works wonderfully.
Okay, there you go.
So I goof.
That's kind of like Lowell's cat, right? Lowell's cats, it's the same deal.
I made a mistake. So already, yeah. So I just have to remind myself. If I'm going to type something important, then I usually don't. But it's fun for playing around. I mean,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I have an Olympia Splendid 33 that I got from Serbia. That's also like that. And then I also have a German Voss that's like that.
Yeah, I've got one keyboard like that, and I haven't even pretended to think I can play with it. So good for you.
Aww. No, give it a try. You just have to tell yourself that's not where the Y is. The Z, this is not a Y. It's down here.
Right.
That's right.
That's it. They're just switched. They're just reversed. Just have to remind yourself.
Well
yeah.
I know. And just try not to end anything in the letter Y. You'll be good.
Don't type out the names of any days.
There you go.
And if you're going to sleep, it's Y.
Right. Exactly.
Right.
Feeling so sleepy.
That was terrible.
That's great.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, it's like, Joe has the problem with the Ruri where there's just no end to any sentence. It just goes on and on and on. Yeah, it's all just stream of consciousness writing.
It's the way the French talk, right? Semicolons.
Yes, so much to say.
There's never a hard stop. It's always continue,
Yes.
Yeah, the French, Joe, and Oscar Wilde, they all like to keep their sentences going.
That's right. They must have been using one of these.
It's poetic. They must have, yeah. Yeah. They're such cool looking machines though, man.
They are, yeah.
They're
You know,
just
this one
awesome.
has a really hard platen, and I was
Mm.
for a while I was using a sheet of this thick plastic film as a backing
Oh,
sheet. And I don't know if you can see if I focus here, but you can see how the plastic film has the imprint of all
oh
these
wow.
letters in it.
Yeah. It didn't
And it
handle
looks
it
like
very
polymer
well.
resin. It doesn't look like plastic.
It's a space age polymer
Yeah,
polymer
it's a
resin
space
sheet.
age polymer resin. Yeah, no, this is that polyethylene stuff, that 4 mil space age polymer.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Wait,
But
is
you
that
know-
what Monk is making the feet out of? The polyethylene?
Yeah. So the Roy has this compartment underneath it that you can store paper, typing. paper.
Oh,
Oh.
nice.
That's
Nice.
super awesome.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
Polyurethane.
That's good
Poly-
engineering.
Polyethylene.
Urethane.
Polyurethane.
Ethylene.
Polymer.
Oh, you boys.
Who's Ethel?
Who's that?
Who's Ethel? Who's Thane?
Right. Can I actually jumped on this morning. I was hoping to ask Monk and Joe a question, and it may or may not have to do with their experience with typing. It may just have to do with the fact that I think they've got 3 or 4 years of age on me. Have you guys ever played with or seen the split keyboards that are real popular? I'm sorry, they were trying to be popular in the 60s and 70s, where you have one half of the keyboard on one side of your armchair and the other half of the keyboard on the other side of your armchair.
Yeah.
I have seen those, but I have not used them.
I've
have no
tried
opinion.
to use them, and in fact, in the factory I work at, you can borrow one of those as an alternative keyboard for ergonomic issues. But I've used them, and I don't like them. It just there's something about it's just hard for me to get used to. You know, it has to be keyboard for me has to be kind of in one row or one continuous thing. It's just weird.
Yeah.
It's just a weird angle.
Well, I'm looking to
Traditionalist.
I'm looking to get lazier in my age of typing, and I tried it a month or two ago, and I don't have one. I've been looking to purchase one. They're quite pricey, and none of them have a long enough connection wire where you can run it under the chair. But I do have, my favorite large chair that I like to sit in. And instead of putting my elbows on the side and moving my hands in, I just wanted to, move my hands out.
Do you have any ergonomic issues or wrist issues?
No, I'm very lucky. Which sometimes I'll get tennis elbow if I find myself painting the big boss's office all day long. But other than
You
that,
play tennis in your boss's office?
Yeah, you got to do something.
I was
in
waiting
there.
for that. Gotta
Some
do
of the
something in there.
Some of the big politicians downtown here, it's easier just to paint their office. I enjoy painting. So
You know what I like is the mechanical keyboards.
Right.
On my Mac, I'm using one of these. This is a Keyboard Paradise brand, and it's a 60% keyboard. So it only has the writer keyboard, the function keys, and it doesn't have a number pad or anything.
Oh wow!
And they're Cherry MX switches, and you can buy this little Cherry MX switch sampler that has like 5 keys, each one a different. And you can check out which one you like. And I like the Cherry MX Brown, is what I'm using. So
that's awesome.
But anyway, these are nice keyboards.
I think that's the biggest one.
Yeah, this is a dip switch that you can select between Mac and Windows. You can.
Whoa! I've never heard of one of those.
Yeah, they're tiny little keyboards, and you can plug it into your iPad.
Wow, that's awesome.
And then you can use your iPad or your iPhone as a little writing thing if you want to. Anyways.
That is cool.
Oh, I have one of those. Mine is a different brand. It was $50 or $60. I got it just a few months ago. And the problem is it works wonderfully, but if I hit a shift question mark, it doesn't work.
Oh.
That is shift with the left pinky and then question mark with the right pinky. It's hilarious. I'm missing one key, and I only notice it every so often. But for some reason, they did not get that one right. But everything else works really well.
And you can't use an apostrophe and a period to make an exclamation mark either.
Right. I guess I could stop complaining about it. You're humming along, and then I get into a piece of dialogue or something between two characters, and it throws me off. Well, I'm going to start exploring on this subject and see if I can find maybe not necessarily the keyboard, but a cord long enough, or I guess I could make a cord that goes between the two keyboards.
If it's a USB keyboard, just an extension USB cable.
Yeah, something to run under the chair.
Yeah.
I look forward to being old enough to sit in the chair and kind of make a typewriter TV, for lack of a better term.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
And just have everything up on the screen, 10 or 15 feet in front of me and type that way while I sit in my chair. So we'll see.
Well, the problem with
Anyways,
getting
thanks for the
old
insight.
is you enjoy old age when you're old. That's the problem with it.
Yeah, I think you start working smarter instead of harder. That's for sure.
Or not working.
Or not working at
all.
all.
Yeah. Yeah. You'll be like, oh, this keyboard is too much work. Forget about it.
I'm just going to turn on the TV.
Yeah.
I wonder if Oprah's on. No, Oprah's not on anymore. Oh, well.
We were watching a Sherlock Holmes movie yesterday, or one of the episodes, and he says Watson says, do you want me to take notes? And Holmes says, no, do not bother. I will dictate in the fullness of time. And and I said to my daughter, he's saying in a fancy way, eventually I'll get around to telling you the story verbally, but
I'm going to type this in the fullness of time.
Exactly.
What is Ted doing, by the way? Is he writing?
Oh, I was actually put together something to drink since I saw all of you drinking coffee.
Oh, so we have our coffee clutch here.
Mhm.
Except mine's apple cider.
Oh, cider.
Mine's actually really
Everybody,
terrible
we have to
this morning.
toast. We need a toast here, everybody.
Ding.
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 Cheers,
I'm
guys.
making more coffee as we speak. I can hear you even though I'm not on camera.
I know, you got to hurry
Colin.
up because it's unlucky if you don't toast with us. You got to toast simultaneously.
Alright,
Okay,
Ding.
here we go.
ready? Here we
Ding.
go. Ding. Ding.
A cup of Joe.
A cup of Joe. Yes. Well spoken. That's right.
Yes.
I would like another cup of Joe. All right.
Well, this Privleg 350T, this old Olivetti Underwood types as well as an Underwood, and the typeface, I'm trying to spit this out of my mouth today, I can't talk, is like the old Underwood other typewriters that I have, like I'm trying to think of what it is. It's almost like a Remington, I want to say. Very similar typeface. It's big and clear and everything. Yeah.
Very nice.
I'm tempted to send Joe my Voss because the typeface is so small and I don't like it, but the machine is so beautiful on top of my dresser that I don't want to get rid of it. So I'm kind of like in this weird space, and I spent way too much money on it.
It
But I
would
was
look
like,
good
oh,
on my
geez.
dresser.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, I'm sure it would.
And it would look good next to the other Voss that I have.
Yeah, I was like, man, Joe would really appreciate this typeface. It's the smallest one I've got. I think it's like 11 or no, 13
13, yeah.
CPI maybe. Yeah,
Nice.
it's itty bitty.
I think this Hermes is 13, this 3000 here.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I like it. I like that small size.
Yeah, you're unique in that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unique. Oh, that's the side word for special. My question is, Joe, do you wear contacts? You don't have to wear glasses.
I actually wear glasses mainly to see distance. I have bifocals or progressives, but anymore my close
Just
in
take the-
vision is fine. My close in vision is pretty normal. I don't really need to wear glasses except to drive, and
You have the opposite problem of all of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I hear.
We're
I
all
hear the
getting
opposite.
more blind as we age.
Yes.
Joe's
But I
vision is
like
improving.
readers.
I
It
know.
was like a fine wine.
Yes.
Yes, I get older with age. That's right. I get older with age. That's a profound statement.
That is very profound.
Yes.
We'll sell no wine before it's time. Do you remember that?
Oh, Parmesan.
Oh, yeah.
Parmesan.
Mhm.
Oh,
And cheap
and
California wine.
Orson Welles was drunk for every one of those commercials.
Oh, man. You know, it tells you how effective advertising is if we can still remember these jingles and these phrases from decades, like back in the
Right.
70s.
Yep. Yep. Gillette, the best a man can get.
That's right. Is it really?
Yeah.
I don't think it was.
Double your pleasure.
Yeah,
Double your
your
fun.
A lot of
Double.
innuendo. A lot of innuendo, right?
Yep. Yeah.
By Menon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Gonna wash that man right
Out of my hair.
Oh man.
Who wears short shorts?
Oh no.
How about remember the Geritol commercial? My wife. I think I'll keep her.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh man.
Oh.
That's not sexist, is it? Oh,
Oh no, not at all.
Not at all.
Mm-mm.
That was funny. What do you got there, May? You got some coffee cake?
Banana bread.
Oh, banana bread.
Oh.
Oh, look at that.
Mhm.
Wow.
Homemade banana bread.
Wow.
I realized I forgot to eat breakfast, so I'll do that.
Yeah. Let's see if we can identify which typewriter it is by the sound of the typing.
Oh yeah, we should turn our cameras off and test one by one.
Oh.
I'm still a little disappointed that the typing sounds get muted.
Yours actually, May, was rather loud. I thought
Oh,
louder than
well, it's a brother.
yeah, it's a brother, right?
It's a brother.
Of course.
Yeah, it seems like it mutes some and some it doesn't.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I guess it's the individual hardware on your computer that
Yeah.
makes the difference.
I did the margin release on this Royal Companion, and I forgot that this one, once you do the margin release, the little thing sticks back, so then your margins are gone.
Oh.
So I have to get in there with a little nail clipper and bend it back in place. So
I have
This
one
one-
like that. And what
Oh, yeah?
happens is as you return, just before you return, you have to hit the margin release button again, and then it straightens it back out. But
really,
Is that a Ted Monk approved nail clipper?
Why would it be approved by me?
Oh, there you go. Whatever
for
works, right?
typewriter repair,
Whatever works.
Yeah.
typewriter repair clippers.
That would, however, explain why your line lock doesn't work.
Oh,
If
would
your-
it?
If your margins are all funky like that, then something's probably sticking in there.
Oh,
Mhm.
okay.
Maybe it's fingernails. Bare fingernails.
It's nice. We're getting into typewriter repair. I have to be honest with y'all. I decided to kick the motorcycles out of my very small garage, and I'm turning it all into typewriter repair. I've been at it for about
Yay!
2 years now.
Really?
Awesome.
I
Where did
still
you
have
put
a
the
motorcycle bench for rebuilding engines and stuff, but I've totally revamped my small carriage shed. I live in a very old house, so my garage, or my excuse of a garage, is 12 feet by 20 feet. Just
Wow.
big enough to put your carriage in. But do you guys usually work on your typewriters in your house, or do you do it out in the garage?
Right here in my kitchen.
Yeah.
Inside or out in the yard, except the weather hasn't been good lately. But in the summertime, always outside.
Huh?
I usually
Great
use
place
TV
because you can hose
blasher,
them off.
that stuff's got to go outside.
Yeah.
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 anything
Yeah.
with chemicals I use in the garage, but if it's just tinkering, I sometimes do it here in the office because my video table has a lot of bright light, and
Mm.
you know, good lighting is real important for some of these things.
That's
Some
so
of these
true.
black typewriters, they just
Oh,
suck light
yeah.
in. Like a
You're like,
black hole.
I
You
know.
can take a super powerful flashlight and it just sucks up the light and you can't see
I agree.
anything.
It's true. I was having to borrow my son's headlamps for a while.
Oh yeah, this is what I look like working on a typewriter.
Yep.
You look like Indiana Jones exploring a cave or something with
Yeah.
a miner's headlamp.
They should make a T-shirt of like typewriter repair people wearing all those lamps and like leaning over their little dark typewriters.
I think in order for it to be period accurate, though, period authentic, you
go.
want one of those headlamps that uses oil with a flame,
Oh yes, there you go.
right?
How do we keep our hair
So
from
we-
catching on fire?
This is
You have
my
to wear a
favorite
miner's
setup here.
helmet. You have to wear-
Okay.
Oh, there you go. Oh, look at
There
that.
we go.
go,
And
man.
I've got my
There you go.
headlamp and my mighty sight glasses.
Let me see
And
if she's-
then-
oh my
You look like
goodness,
a-
look at you.
You look
May,
like
you look like a
dentist.
dentist.
This is the only way I can see inside those black typewriters.
So
Wow.
this
Any
is only going to
typewriter for
hurt
that
for a
matter.
few minutes, she says.
Right.
If
Turn
you
and
feel a
cough.
slight pinch, let me
Yeah,
know.
you'll feel a slight pinch.
Yeah, Joe, you're not in your typing shed. Joe, do you still have a typing shed? I remember you selling me on that.
I have a man cave. I haven't been out there in a while, and actually, it ended up now I have a couple bicycles stored in it because I had a Bike E, and I don't know if you know what a Bike E was. It was
Yeah,
a
yeah.
recumbent bike from the 1990s,
Oh,
and I had stored it over at my brother's house in his garage for a few years, and something fell over and broke the seat bracket. Well, I found there's a bike shop that was remaking new Bike E seat brackets out of a really good engineered resin. And so I recently fixed up my Bike E, but then I also have this other bike. It's more of a towny kind of a cruiser bike. So I have these two bikes and no place to put it. So they're in the shed now instead of me being out there. But of course, in the wintertime, it's kind of cold out there. But the shed is actually okay in the winter for smoking cigars if you have a space heater. I can plug my shed into the electricity out there. I have an extension cord and I can then run a space heater and smoke outside if I want to in the winter.
wow. You'd almost never have to come home except for a meal.
You know, that's about it, really. It's great for relationships, you know.
Yeah, I'm sitting here thinking, if I had a husband and if that husband had one of those places to go, I wouldn't be seeing much of that guy.
Yeah, no, actually, I haven't been using it as much the last couple of years.
Okay. Okay. Well, I ended up purchasing an RV and setting it up as a typing shed. And I
Yeah.
was too excited to plug it into the backyard. I'm on a third of an acre. It's old horse.
Oh, yeah.
Property. My property's 120 years old, but
Cool.
I just haven't gotten to use it as much as I wanted to. And then my daughter saw it as a great opportunity to live there instead of live in the house. So she's out there more than I am. So.
I see. Well, yeah, my shed is not heated or cooled except by electric space heater for heating and no cooling other than open the door, but it's not really livable per se and
Right.
doesn't have much insulation. So it's more of just a, summertime thing.
Well, I think that was my problem. I set mine up with air conditioning, heating, water, sewer, everything. So it's its own self-contained space.
It would be nice to have that as a separate place to go write. I could see that because, late at night, the only kind of typewriter that I can really use around the house is really a thermal typewriter.
Right.
Our house
waking
has
people up.
wood floors and a crawl space, so you can hear everything. It's kind of echoey, so.
Yeah, well, it's better than typing in the crawl space.
Yeah, that's right.
It's a step up.
Hey, Alton's become a new man.
Ooh,
Yeah, he's under his
He's
pseudonym
Mike Wilhelm
today.
now.
really? Is he here?
Oh,
Mike Wilhelm.
Morning,
Who's
Mike.
that?
just
You're muted.
studying.
Oh.
I was using his system, but
Oh,
We can't hear you though.
yeah. Your volume is really, really low.
I've been having problems. I'll be back in a minute.
Okay.
Oh, now we can kind of hear you.
Uh-oh, we lost him. Way to go, Greg.
no.
He's coming
managed
back.
to- Gosh darn it.
Just like me. I'm coming back. too.
Banned. No.
Oh, now we
It's not
lost Luke.
Gregory's fault.
Or is it? No.
Yeah, I know. He's like, I don't happen to like the typewriter you showed, so you're out of here.
No, there can be only one wizard, and that's Ted. So
That's right.
You have
Gandalf
been
has shaved his beard, though.
excommunicated.
I know,
Yeah.
huh? Maybe he's lost his powers.
Oh, maybe so.
Uh-oh.
That's why he's off screen right now.
That's right.
Did we figure
So-
out when Ted cut his hair? When did Ted cut his hair?
Just this week, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's new to
Last
us.
week it was normal. His faux hawk.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
He must have been
and
getting
his
too hot
beard.
or something.
Full time of year. I don't know. He's no longer part of the long haired club, I guess. So
Yeah,
I
I guess
guess.
not.
No, that's right.
I had short hair for many years. I get it, but then I went back to long hair. So whatever is what it is.
Mhm.
I don't think it affects his typing or any of our typing.
Unless your
No.
hair gets caught in the typewriter.
Right.
That's where you need a ponytail. Definitely.
Yeah.
I just don't know how so many women. I don't know about the rest of you, but back in the 80s and the 90s, my mother, the only thing she ever did for herself was go for her nail appointment every other week. Well, and her hair every few months. But she just had those long nails, and how the heck did she type with those things? She had to be so careful in typing with those long acrylic nails. I mean,
yeah, it's funny because my typing teacher, Miss Wayne, had those long nails.
Wow.
And I could never understand how she could teach our typing class in high school with long nails like that. But she was the same way. The long nails, they were perfect. They were like a peach color or something, little glitter. And then the hair was always done up with hairspray. And yeah.
It seems like your nail bed would get sore after a while.
well, I
Yeah.
think too, if you were using an electronic
Something like this.
typewriter,
Yeah.
electronic
Right. That's
keyboard,
exactly
and then
it.
you had to switch to the manual for some reason. I don't think it'd work with the acrylic nails.
Mm-mm.
So
Hello,
Oh,
Anthony.
Yeah.
I'll have to ask.
Hey, good morning.
It looks like are you driving and watching us at the same time? Okay, you're playing it safe. Okay. Very good. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah.
Very cool. Yeah.
Does he speak?
He's muted. I think he's
Oh.
I think he's driving. So
Okay.
yeah.
I like the hat.
Yes.
That's nice.
I enjoy nice hats. So yeah.
Nice.
Let's see.
Oh no, one of my buttons broke off.
Oh no.
Oh no. Just push it down really hard.
Yeah. It's
Crisis in
oh,
Kentucky.
there's a crack. I just need to
Oh
super
no.
What happened to my video
Oh.
here? It froze up.
All right.
Oh, you are
Nothing
frozen,
I
Joe.
can't handle.
I thought you were just being very still.
I am being very still. Watch. I can.
Your arm is probably getting tired.
It is. I'm getting very tired of holding this position. Probably have to turn my camera off and rejoin here.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll see you in a minute.
All right.
All right.
I've been enjoying this. Thank you.
Oh, excellent. Excellent. You're welcome.
Yeah, Diana's in shopping, so I sit in the car with the two dogs and
Oh, okay.
watch you guys
And
type.
watch typewriting.
Oh, very good.
Yeah. I do. Good time, right?
Yeah, oh yeah. I'm enjoying our free form format today where we just talk about whatever and type and
Yeah.
there's Joe
Very
back.
cool.
Hello.
Yeah.
Go full
Yeah.
screen on this. There we go. Go full screen.
Oh, let's see. I'm still working on my blog article, but it's just kind of all over the place based on what's in my mind at that very moment. So
You guys got a small rubber band you can let me borrow?
Yeah, I have one right
Oh,
here.
sure.
Yeah, I have
Push
fat
it
rubber
through.
bands, but I need a
You want some
skinny
zip
one.
ties?
Yeah,
Oh,
I could use some zip ties.
I
there you
got
go.
3 rubber bands, Joe. Just scoot on over. I'll loan them to you.
No,
Okay,
no rubber band.
There we are.
May's typewriter, it does not lower her volume. That's interesting.
Oh,
I know.
is it too loud? Is it too
No,
much?
it's
So
perfect.
loud.
Oh,
man,
wait,
it's
I
so
we
loud.
I can only
need that
switch.
sound.
It's a nice ambiance.
Yes.
It's
Yes.
Kentucky ambiance.
It
May.
reminds us that typewriters are here.
This is like the
Mhm.
bass drum of my typewriters, the big
Ah.
brother.
Bass drum.
Doom, 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 doom. Rather than a click, 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 click.
Yeah.
Got Anthony. Let's see.
But as
he's
soon as I
muted,
finish
though.
this typecast, I'm going to switch typewriters, because this is a
Yeah.
typewriter party. We're going to try all
Typewriter
of
party.
it.
Ooh, I should change typewriter.
It's like a Mad Hatter party, but with typewriters.
We're so weird. Love it.
Sarah nailed it on
Well,
the head.
it would be weird if I made cups of coffee and tea for all my typewriters. Now that would be weird.
That would be funny.
Oh man.
So
Or
I'm going
little
to show
cups
you
of
guys.
oil for all my typewriters.
Oh, that would be adorable.
So what I had to do
Totally.
here, with the focus here, is I had to put a little rubber band on the right side. This particular paper bell roller is looser than the other one.
Hmm.
So
Form
just
it.
by putting a little, well, it's the liner on the inside
okay.
is something weird with it. But anyway, I put a little rubber band around the paper bell to hold it in place a little bit tighter on the right side there.
That's a
Bit
good,
like Beckham.
Yeah, exactly. Bend it
that's a
like
good
Beckham.
solution.
Focus. There it goes. All right. Oh, I want to show you guys something else also. I just started doing this. I don't know why, but when you accidentally don't put a space between the word, you just change the color to red
Oh,
on the next word, and then it sort of acts like a
Yeah.
space. You can kind of tell.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Good
That's hard
idea,
for me to
Joe.
put that in your pipe and smoke it.
See everybody. Thank
put that in
you.
your plate and
Thank
then
you.
roll it. Put that in your
Yeah.
type bar and strike it.
That's right.
I love the
Put
brains
that on
of
your
this
shift
community.
key and rise it.
Oh my goodness.
There's Alton. Hey.
Hey, Alton, he's back. Yeah.
He's
Yes.
back.
Yeah.
Is he
Yeah.
back? Is Alton back? Yes.
Let's see.
You know, I'm going to get my Groma Calibri out here, I think.
It says connecting to audio. Alton Gansky, welcome aboard.
Can you hear me?
Yes,
we can hear
there
you
we
now.
go. There we
Can
go.
you hear me?
We can hear you.
Yes, we can.
You can't hear me?
We can hear
Oh,
you.
we can.
Yes.
Nobody
hearing
can
you.
hear me.
We're
Nobody
hearing
can
you.
hear you.
Oh, he doesn't hear us.
I can't.
Oh, you can't hear us, Alton, but we can hear you.
You have to hit
All right,
the
can you hear me now?
join audio
We
button.
can hear you
Yes.
now.
Oh dear.
I've been having problems all morning.
Oh.
Oh, you can hear me now. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
We can
Welcome.
hear you.
Yeah,
You
this
can hear
challenge
us.
is challenge.
You're audiologically
technology.
challenged.
No, I hear you fine.
Good.
All right.
So what do you have today, Alton, to type on?
Maybe he can't hear us.
You can't hear us.
do you hear us?
All
Quick,
right.
type a note.
Take a note.
Help me, I can't hear.
Oh, he doesn't hear us.
So I have one of my
Okay.
first typecasts. I'll post that on my blog later.
So one of the things I did on this Groma Calibri is I
Yes, I do hear you.
put ink marks. Oh, sorry.
Typewriter merry-go-round. We're switching
Yeah.
now.
So one of the things I did with my Groma Calibri is I put ink marks every 10 spaces on the paper bale because it had these little marks, but it didn't have any numbers. So it just helps me to count the spaces. on
Count the spaces.
count the spaces on the scale of the type of the type bar, the paper bill.
Interesting.
Okay. Now,
It's
but wait,
backwards.
there's more. That's not all. Wait, that's not
Oh, wait.
all.
It slices, dices, minces, and splits.
Exactly.
And you'll
have to-
still want to know, how's it go?
Oh my.
I'm doing a line. I'm doing a line on my typewriter. Okay.
So who here has a console?
Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we
Yes.
can hear you.
Yes.
Okay, finally.
Oh. Welcome again.
It's been a strange morning. I've never had problems with Zoom before, and I did today.
Yeah.
It's Ted's fault because he shaved.
Yeah.
What? Ted shaved.
He shaved. Yeah.
That's why he's not showing his face now.
Look
Put
at
him
this.
on the
There I
big
am.
screen. Put him on the big screen. I haven't seen yet.
All right. Let's see. It's tricky on. Oops.
Maybe if I talk.
Oh,
Maybe
talk,
it'll
talk.
focus
Hello,
on
hello.
me.
my eyes.
Hello.
My
Hello.
eyes.
Only see Joe. There I am.
There we go.
Got rid of my 4 inches of COVID hair.
Aw.
Is that a thing? COVID hair. I didn't know about that.
Ooh.
Ooh,
Console.
Nice.
Console. Is that a recent acquisition?
No, somebody gave this to me a couple years ago because it's having some margin issues,
Oh, no.
but I haven't gotten around to fix it yet. But I can still type on it. So, but it's a delightful typewriter. I don't know if anyone else here has experienced the console 1511 or
the
1512.
cult of console? Is that what that is?
I don't know yet. Not too many people are into consoles, but they're good machines.
Yeah.
How common are they?
They're from they were imported into Canada. I think they're Czechoslovakian, and the Canadians, Jack Tramiel at Commodore, imported a lot of them for many, many years, and sometimes they'll show up in the United States because of that. They come down from Canada, so you can
Console
find
64.
them.
Yeah.
They're not especially
Okay.
rare, but
Okay.
Hey, Gregory, looks like we've got another person. M. Warrao.
Yes.
Marao is joining us.
row.
Wow. Hello.
There we go. Yeah. That's the problem with the iPhone. I can only see 4 people at a time. So when someone else is on, I don't know who's notice. But welcome to the stream.
Welcome.
Do you have a typewriter there with you? If not, that's okay.
Nope, just got in from my run, so no typewriter today.
Okay, that's okay.
They're hard to, I tried to carry it; it wouldn't work out there.
Yeah.
So heavy.
Yeah, very good.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, thank you so much for joining us. Definitely.
Oh, sure. Thanks.
Yeah. Wow, someone's typewriter really slaps. Is that May's? Oh,
Could be
is
hers.
it the console?
Might be
I
the
am
console.
typing on the Royal A, 1935, my oldest typewriter.
Oh, look at that. Wow.
Nice.
One of my favorites.
Gorgeous.
It types so well. I am just shocked that it types better than some of my newer typewriters. It's very snappy, though. You're right. It has that snap, snap, snap.
Yes.
You can hear it. Maybe I need to turn my volume down.
No, we like that sound.
That's the whole point.
Yeah. We're supposed to be making a noise here. Oh, let's see. May's typewriter sounds like
So loud.
kung fu sound effects.
Maybe I need
Quack, quack, quack. Quack, quack. Quack, quack. Poor May. Don't make fun of her.
Wait, no, but we like it. We like
I'm
it.
teasing. This typewriter is worthy.
Yes.
It has earned its noise.
Yes,
I
yes,
just
definitely.
can't believe how perfect it types after 87
Nice.
years.
Wow.
Isn't it a beautiful
Still
thing?
If only we could be that good at after 87 years.
Right?
Oh, no kidding, right? If we were just made of metal parts, that would solve everything.
Well, some people are.
True.
Yeah.
I got a few metal parts.
Oh man.
Do we want to ask which ones?
Well, let's see. Some in my teeth.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that's it. Just teeth.
So
No
your
metal
skull,
plates in your head.
yeah, I was gonna
No
say
hips
your
or
skull
knees
is
or
not
anything?
metal, right?
No, not quite.
Okay.
Never broke my head.
Okay.
I've
Okay.
broken a
That's
few
good.
other things, but
Ooh.
Well, greetings to our newcomer,
Yeah.
hello. Well, wait.
Mr.
I'll wait down
Morale.
here.
Is that how you pronounce your
Hello.
name, Morale?
No, Aru. I write to you, Joe. Mike Aru. In
Oh, hey,
Suquamish.
Mike. Yeah.
Oh.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Good to meet
How
you.
you doing?
Good to see you in
that's
person.
just. Yeah, I'm a real person. I'm alive.
Yes. You have a very interesting looking workshop there behind you. There's
Oh, that's
interesting.
my wife's craft room. I get a
Oh.
corner. She gets the rest.
Oh, I see. Yes.
Very
You've
nice.
been indoctrinated properly. I can see.
Yeah.
It looks very cool. What kind of typewriter do you have today?
I don't have anything with me now. I got a little Royal and a Typestar down here next to me for quick grab, and
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, Typestar.
yeah, I've got my Neo around the corner, and then all the big machines are in the back room because they're heavy.
Yes. Well, we have at least three of us here that like thermals. Actually,
Oh yeah.
Ted right here likes thermal typewriters too. He's the one that got me. He's the one that got me started.
Yeah, I think you're the one that got me going.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Joe got me also.
They are infectious for sure.
Yeah, they are.
Oh.
Well, we were
There'll be a
talking earlier.
pandemic.
Yeah, we were talking earlier about late night typing, and for me, in my house, I think thermal typewriters are probably the only way to do it peacefully. Late at night.
Oh
They're
yeah,
handy
or
for
you
that.
just
Yeah.
yeah. I've got one. I got a SM3. You could probably hear it downtown.
Yeah.
Pretty loud.
I need to bust it out now. That's what we're doing. We're making noise, typewriter noise.
Yeah. But the only thing I can give you is a sample from yesterday's OTP. Looks like that.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, good job.
One type page.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well done.
Yeah. And that shook the roof.
I've enjoyed the one type page. Actually, I've been doing some of that. I only participate a couple times a week at most, but it's fun to read them every day. I look forward to them.
Oh, I do. It's like the morning paper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even at work, when I get on my morning break, I break out my phone and read it. You know, that's always
Mhm.
really fun to
Yeah.
catch up on people.
There's some good stuff in there.
Yeah.
I'll have to contribute.
Definitely.
You should do
Yes.
that.
You're
Yeah, I
a
found-
Kentucky typer? Is that what you may? Is that your name?
Arkansas.
Arkansas.
Get your
Arkansas.
states right. Get your
Close.
states right.
Is it
Arkansas.
is that a slur like Kentuckians in Arkansas?
Arkansas with a W. Arkansas Typewriter
That's
at
right.
blogspot.com. And I've got a little loose knob
Up.
here.
So you're
Fixing.
actually doing repairs
Fixing.
on
I'm actually
live.
doing a repair on the
That's
fly.
awesome.
Well, it's just a few turns of a set screw. It's not really.
I like those glasses. I'm gonna have to go to Harbor Freight
Oh,
Tools and buy me one of
They're
those.
amazing. They're amazing.
Yeah, they look cool. I want to get some too.
Fine.
Do they magnify also, or just
Yes,
lights?
they magnify quite a bit, and then they have lights, so you can see all the gunk in the slugs.
Do they
Oh,
make
wow.
things look more expensive?
No, you got to get Hermes glasses for that.
Yeah.
Oh, Hermes glasses, yes.
Maze.
You know, speaking of Harbor Freight Tools, have you guys bought an air compressor from Harbor Freight Tools, or do you have an air compressor?
I have an air compressor.
Not
but
yet.
I
I'm
didn't
hoping to
buy
get
it.
one.
You know, I have one, but it's really quite loud, and I leave it plugged in my garage, and my garage, the inside wall of my garage is in the kitchen, right on the edge of the kitchen. So when it comes on, it's kind of loud. And I've seen people talking about air compressors that are a lot quieter. You know, there's certain ones that are supposedly pretty quiet, but I know in my repair days years ago, we had an air compressor inside of a cabinet that was sound insulated. It had a cooling fan, totally sealed up, and that made it at least livable. It was only just a distant humming noise when it would come on, but I'm almost thinking I need to do something like that to quiet it down when it comes on.
I know one thing that helps with mine is to get one of those big padded carpet squares and just put the compressor on top of that, and that reduces the amount of, like, a lot of the sound is coming straight out of the feet of the machine and right into the concrete. And that having a carpet square there just really cuts down the sound quite a bit.
There you go, carpet square. You know,
I got these for like $2 a piece at one of those recycling places, Restore.
You know, I could suspend I could suspend it from wires from the ceiling of the garage.
Oh, yes.
Right.
Then it would spin. Because
it would spin.
It's a two-stroke.
Mission Impossible style.
Yes, that's right. The Tom Cruise air compressor.
Zing and then zip it back up to the ceiling. That'd be awesome.
It's nice to have an air compressor, but they are kind of loud, or they can be loud, you know.
I have several air compressors. I know my big one I put behind the garage, so when it runs, my neighbors hear it, not me. But I can tell you, my experience has been the small pancake ones that you get for like $89 at Harbor Freight School. Those are the quietest. And
are they? Okay.
Make them so quiet. And you might have to let it cycle through 2 or 3 times before you can really blow out a typewriter with it. But you know, it's cheap insurance.
Yeah.
Marriage saver, whatever you want to call.
And plus, I like pancakes, so it all comes back to food, you know.
Yes.
Pancakes are delicious.
Waffle typewriters. Okay. I guess
With
I have
the
to get
keys
back.
built in
Yeah, the keys built in, exactly.
into the squares.
That's right. Well, I was telling you guys earlier, we had waffles this morning, and the thing I like about them is they're crispy, and also you can fill them up with syrup.
Yeah.
The little squares.
Oh, yes.
Or butter and powdered sugar.
Butter and powdered sugar, yeah.
Yum.
Okay.
Joe's our bakery department.
Yeah, I always end up talking about food. I know, I do.
No, it's great. It's just I wish we could have a real type-in someday where we could bring all this yummy stuff to eat.
Oh yeah,
that'd be great.
Donuts.
Yeah, and coffee. And, yeah.
Yeah, Greg, if you called this waffles and typewriters, it'd be a lot more popular.
I know.
It would
I
be.
Waffles
know.
and typewriters.
Chicken and waffles and typewriters.
Ooh, a little protein.
And beer and cigars.
Jason, it's a menu.
Gourmet coffee, beer, whiskey, cigars, typewriters, and tea. We'll have tea, hot tea.
And tea.
Oh yeah.
Oh, we just
And
need a
pastries.
warehouse. Yeah,
We
and
do.
pastries.
And
Yeah,
pastries.
we need a place to meet.
Typewriter pastries, of course.
Yep.
Typewriter shaped cookies.
Yes.
Let's see. Pancake. Oops. Does it have a dollar sign? Nope, no dollar sign.
So when we just started this morning typing, and there was a number of people watching, I noticed, and I actually wrote this down, that it's very self-conscious. It makes you feel very self-conscious. Like for me to actually concentrate on something, to write something serious, right? You sort of have to go inside your mind, right? It's an internal place that you go to find the voice to write with. But it's really difficult to do that when you're on camera, on a microphone, and potentially a lot of people could be watching. It's hard to remove yourself from the video thing and actually just concentrate right on the writing part. It is interesting.
Exactly.
Which is
Yeah,
why
I'm
most
not
of
writing
this
anything
stuff,
serious.
yeah, most of this stuff will be just recycled, you know?
Yeah, totally.
I'm writing a letter. I'm finishing a letter I started.
Ooh.
Well, then good for you.
So it's semi-serious. It's a lighthearted letter. It's not a business letter.
I should be writing Christmas letters, and it's almost getting too late for that, but you know, oh well. You
Yeah,
guys
mine is
do
very-
Christmas letters on a typewriter? Do any of you guys do that?
I will now.
I don't, but I should.
This one is a Christmas letter. So every time I use the word Christmas or a significant word, I type it in red.
Ah,
Just like Ted and Joe do.
yes.
And my wife has me do her card inserts on mine. So
Nice.
Nice.
That's cool.
It's funny, you know, I'm using a red black ribbon in this Calibri, and it doesn't have a color selector. It just happens to be the only ribbon I had at the time when I got this. So
it prints half and half because it prints in the middle.
you know, it doesn't. It surprisingly prints near the top half.
Really?
Huh.
Yeah.
Mine prints directly in the middle, so I can't
Really?
use bichrome ribbons.
Oh wow!
Ah.
And it doesn't
But yours
have
is a different mechanism, right? Than
Yeah,
this
yeah.
Calibri.
It's-
Yeah.
There is no bichrome on it.
Yes. All right.
Well, I wrote a paragraph if you guys want me to share it. I can
Yeah,
share it.
please do.
Yeah.
It's just to reinforce what Joe was saying, that there's nothing serious that I'm able to type. I wrote, once upon a time, there was a typewriter club who met on Sunday mornings via Zoom. They loved to laugh and type together. Their names were Joe Van Cleve, Ted Monk, May Travis, Alton Gansky, and Morau. Welcome to the stream, Gregory says. Today we are writing together on the typewriters in front of us. We're having so much fun together, just typing and relaxing. And then I wrote, snap, snap, snap. Everyone is typing. Harbor Freight Tools has these wonderful magnifying glasses with lights that May is using this morning to fix her machine. So others are thinking they would like to have one too. We are talking about air compressors now. Everyone loves to have one. They recommend using the one from Harbor Freight, a quote pancake design that sells for about $80. That's it.
Sponsored by
Very
Harbor
good.
Freight
Yeah. And Joe Van Cleve.
and Joe Van Cleve, world famous Joe Van Cleve and Harbor Freight Tools.
Right.
Trademark.
So clearly it's like,
That's
yeah.
right. There's a Christmas sale going on now at your local Harbor Freight Tools.
Yeah. Call now for details.
Yes, that's right. That was good. I like that.
Thanks.
Yeah.
it's just whatever. Because like he's saying, I can't really type. Like one of the things I'm finding with this one type page, there was a day where I typed something that was so serious and so visceral that it threw me off. I couldn't post it. I couldn't share it because it was really a personal thing. And then it made me feel like I couldn't type for days and days. And then I was like, you got to stop. You just got to get out of this. You got to start typing something, anything, even if it's garbage, just get typing again.
Yeah, that's interesting. There is some power to typing, to writing,
Yeah.
I think just seeing the words go from thoughts in your mind to on paper is something pretty powerful,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What are you guys typing out there? Anything you want to share?
Oh, pure drivel.
Drivel. Drivel and babble.
Mine is
Drivel and
diluted
babble.
drivel. It's not even pure drivel. Let's
Mine
see.
is usually ode to typewriters. I'm usually typing about the typewriter,
Yeah.
on the typewriter.
What I wrote is there are currently 9 people watching us sit here and type. This was early on. It kind of feels like you're sitting in a glass house trying to live your life with everyone on the outside looking in. Writing is a kind of private pursuit in that you're entering into the private space of your own mind. And to do so while you're also consciously know that many others are now watching your every movement can be disconcerting, as if there was ever a thing as being concerted.
I love that.
Yes. This might get to be a very popular activity, having thousands of people watch other people sit and type on typewriters.
I hope so.
It took a pandemic to make watching typewriting cool.
Right. It's like watching grass grow.
Only better.
Only better. But with
I love that.
Admittedly,
that's really good, Joe.
Admittedly, we are down to 5 people.
So maybe there's a problem with this theory.
We need to type faster, type more.
The few, the brave.
Maybe we need more POV, on the typewriter so people can see.
That could be.
The machines themselves. We need to get GoPro cams on our foreheads.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
That reminds me, I have a GoPro, but I don't know if I can stream a GoPro. Like, I don't know if I can even get a live signal out of the GoPro to my computer. I'll have to check that out. But anyways.
I've heard there is a way where you can do that, but I think it's not considered ideal.
Okay. So another thing I was writing here was earlier I was writing on the Groma, and it has a really poor, blotchy kind of marginal impression. And I don't know if it's the ribbon. I think it's the typewriter itself. It could be the platen is so hard. But anyways, I was saying that this gets to the fact that the problem with lots of typewriters is that not all of them are perfect. They all need at least some kind of work. And so you have to develop some kind of strategy to document all the problems with your collection, right? Like every one of your machines might have a little thing, but you have to kind of remember, like, I didn't even remember that the Roy had a problem until I started using it now. So, and it kind of reminds me that my friend Kevin has a much bigger collection than I do. And at least half of his collection is in serious need of, some serious work. These are like machines he got off Goodwill or online somewhere, and they're all barely working, so he has a lot of work to do on his collection, but it's just part of the, it's part of being a collector, right? Is the continuous process over a long period of time of working on your machines. And you have to kind of enjoy the repair process as much as the typing process, right? Anyways.
True. I do both. You have to enjoy the repair process if you like old machines.
Yeah.
Or
like
have
typing
access
on your machine,
have access to a typewriter repair place, which I do not. So I am all in one.
You are your own typewriter repair person.
Well, it takes me a little longer, but I enjoy the process. There's no deadlines for me. I'm not making any money off of it either.
Occasionally,
if only you could put your typewriter in your washing machine and just close the door and turn it on.
Yeah,
you can.
Put my typewriters in my bathtub.
Can you try that, Ted?
Oh,
your dishwasher. Oh, that's
Turn it
an
upside down in the dishwasher. I wouldn't do
Ooh.
this
You
with the
probably
old
could,
machine,
couldn't you?
but maybe one of the plastic machines.
yeah,
I bet.
that might work. Yeah.
Yeah, as long
So
as you take
find
the
a
ribbon
cheap,
out.
yeah, find a cheap typewriter and do it, and then make a show about it,
I
Joe.
should.
Would you
have to
ever want to
remove-
put your dishes back in there though?
See, I don't know. Part 2, how to replace a dishwasher.
Yeah.
Can I just comment on that? I have washed motorcycle engine parts in the dishwasher, and it's really not as bad as you think it is. I'm just
Really?
gonna, a little
Oh.
Does it
vinegar
work?
afterwards
Is it
is
good?
just fine.
A little vinegar. You don't advise PB
Yeah.
Blaster in your dishwasher?
No.
Gotta
awesome.
go water-based instead of oil-based.
Yeah.
Realistically, though, I know that Brian Brumfeld converted a dishwasher so that he could watch the electrics in it. He converted it so
Oh.
that he changed all the hose lines to more durable rubber, and he has it cycle not kerosene, but some kind of solvent through the whole system, and he basically just uses that thing specifically to watch electrics.
Wow.
And
Wow.
so, I mean, can be done.
Yeah, no, that's an idea. I don't watch oil. That's funny.
That is funny. Okay.
Well, heck, I mean, if you're going to do that, why not just stick it in the shower? You just stick like 3 or 4 of those things in there.
Yeah.
Well, that's how
Just
I rinse my I wash my
close them off
typewriters
in the
kitchen
tub. Or,
sink, and I found it's easier to take them in the shower with the shower head and rinse them off afterwards.
So
That's a
if
good
you
idea.
found one of those short little stools to sit on, could you do like naked typing in the shower?
Oh,
Joe,
There we
you
go.
asked the question
Yes.
we were all afraid to
nothing
ask.
Little shampoo, little in the typewriter.
I
Yeah,
could
little
see
shampoo
taking
runoff.
a hot
Yeah.
bubble bath with a
Yeah.
naked typewriter. Yeah, but yeah, soapy water does not hurt typewriters. I've discovered. No.
Little conditioner, little conditioner.
Yeah, if my typewriter smells like herbal essences, I just will not apologize.
Oh my.
Well, this got blue pretty quick.
Oh boy.
Yeah, you'll bring your novel to your publisher. Did you write this in your shower?
Why, yes, sir, I did.
Well, yes, sir. Funny you mentioned that.
I find that the greatest inspiration comes to me when I'm in the shower.
That's right. You've heard of singing in the shower. This is writing in the shower. Yeah.
Hey,
they have that paper that's kind of waterproof. I wonder how
that's right.
typewriters would write on that.
Tyvek.
Oh, wow.
yeah,
Joe does
Tyvek
Tyvek
that would totally
experiments.
work. That would work.
Tyvek right here.
Ah.
Man.
Yes. Maybe I should try that and report back to you. Maybe not.
Joe.
Make sure to take lots of pictures.
Which typewriter do I want to get wet? I don't
Oh
think
no.
so. I'm not going to do that now. Any of my typewriters are worth getting. You know what? The Roy is worth doing that too, right?
There you go.
Can't get much worse than it is.
Well, if it doesn't have a lot of felt or sound dampening and you take the ribbon out, you're probably good.
Yeah.
It
I
can
guess
be
I
an
can-
episode. It
Carbon
can be an
paper.
episode of This Is Not a Vlog.
This is not a vlog. This is me
Yes.
typing in the shower.
We've descended to
boy.
such things.
And yet our viewership is going up. So keep it going.
It's marketing. This is how you
Talk
do it.
about typing in the shower, and all of a sudden the viewership goes
Right.
up.
It works.
Yeah.
It's a formula.
Make
It works.
it.
The
Yeah.
algorithm
Let's use
wants
other
it.
words to get more popular. How about typegasm? Yes. Ooh. Oh.
May. Get control of yourself.
Oh, you know you have them all the time.
Oh my goodness.
Well, now we know the title of this one, so you could put it up on
Yes.
YouTube. And
Like, no. I don't even know how to change the subject out
We'll
of
have
here.
to do a
It's like,
separate private chat for those sessions.
There you go.
Oh, so
There you go.
time.
typegasm, typing in the shower.
Wow.
Yeah, but you know what? Typing in the shower, the acronym for that, you can't even say.
Ah, good one, Joe. Very clever.
Here, let me type that out.
I just got it. Oh my.
You can't even
well, we know where
say that.
Joe's brain is.
Oh gosh. Oh well.
Oh my goodness.
And it's all May's fault.
Yeah.
That's funny.
I have
Hey,
go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. I found a way to change the subject. If anyone
Thank
else,
you.
Although the subject's not from laughing, I'd be very excited to conclude upon it some other time.
Please
hey,
do.
I actually had a few publishing questions for Theodore. Would you guys?
Oh,
mind
good.
while I ask them?
Sure. I'm sure there's a way to make it dirty.
You seem to publish exclusively on Luling, all your books, all your manuals and whatnot. Did you choose that years ago over Ingram Spark or Amazon or any of those for any particular reason?
Yes, mainly because the production costs are cheaper than all of those, and it's actually easier to deal with as far as the user interface, or it was back before they changed their entire website. But it's still, I think, easier than Ingram Spark. I think has a minimum order you have to do, and the thing I like about
$50 setup.
Yeah, and I Lulu is different in that you just upload your file, and if anybody buys it, then they get a book. There's no like costs for just putting it up or anything like that. It's very much an easy way to put up something that people can get a copy if they want, and if nobody ever ends up buying one, then I don't have any out-of-pocket costs. So
are you able to put it up on Apple Books as well as Google Books and a few other of those worldwide platforms?
I haven't really tried. Basically, I'm looking for the simple solution, and
right.
so that's what I do.
Yeah. When you sell them through your typewriter database, do you have a small stockpile of them that you're shipping out yourself? Or
no, it's all print on demand. It all goes to Lulu, and they print them on demand.
Okay. Well, I think that's worth it. I'm getting ready to do a class here in about 2 months on self-publishing. Believe it or not, I assist several people in self-publishing. I'm like a ghost self-publisher, if that makes sense, because so many people are interested in the Amazon platform, and it is quite complicated for people. So the problem is, of course, Amazon's 80% of the purchasing market, where things like Lulu and Ingram Spark and Smashwords and that's the other 20%. So how do you load that? I'm looking forward to telling the people who take my class about Lulu, and I don't know much about it, so that's why I thought.
Well, actually, one of the really main reasons that I chose Lulu is because they're the only ones there's only two that I know of that do spiral bound or coil bound.
Coil binding, yeah.
Yeah, in the sizes that I need, and the Lulu was just the easiest one. I also have a store up on the bookpatch.com. But they're more expensive. They charge a lot more, and they do like a shipping and handling fee that they add on top of everything. So it's more expensive for people at the other end.
Right.
So Lulu is generally the one that I point people to, because that's the one that they offer discounts, and then it's also cheaper all the way across. And their shipping charges are even cheaper than most other places that I've gone or I've checked out.
Yeah, and that's the hard one these days with Amazon offering free shipping or near free shipping. That is, they'll just charge you the USPS, of 286 or 333 or whatever it may, depending on the poundage of the book, the media mail. So I think you're right. I think that's a big thing. And we've learned in the world of publishing, people prefer the physical book. People really like to touch the book. It's still 90% of the market. So no matter how much e-Kindle and everybody else pushes for ebooks, people love the physical books.
Well, I have found that there is some demand for the PDFs, because people will put them on a tablet and have them on their workspace, and they can page through everything and have all their books right there on that little tablet. which is
Do you-
handy, I think.
Yeah. Do you think that's more than 20% of your sales doing the e-readers?
It's roughly half and half.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So there are a lot of people who really like the PDFs, and I don't get that, so I'd rather have a paper book. So,
Right.
but I try to cater to what people want. So.
Well, good for you. And I think you've done a very good job. You have a wonderful product and a wonderful looking product. I have not had the opportunity to purchase one yet. Unfortunately, your website is so good. I never see a need to purchase one of your, which is really dumb. I really need to have them sitting on the shelf and ready to go. I'm sure it saved me a lot of time, effort, and energy in the time. So I think I'm just going to find a way to purchase all of them at once. So I have the collection.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah. I think
that'll be quite a package.
yeah, it'll be big. There are 25 of them,
Oh,
right. It'd be as big as a typewriter, but I'd have the whole collection, and that's what I'd be excited about, because I still work off manuals as a mechanic, and a lot of people don't. I wonder if a lot of newer mechanics use PDFs versus paper. Oh wow, look at that.
Yeah, see that shelf right there with all the spiral binding? That's That's the entire collection right there.
That's
wow.
Amazing. That's amazing. Well, good for you. Is that the only place you store typewriters? That's quite a collection of stored typewriters.
Yeah, I have basically 3 shelves, or 6, I guess, that I have the bottom 2 or 3 rows with typewriters on them, and the rest are books or camera work or camera stuff or I have 3 Selectrics on the bottom rows of those 3 shelves. So.
Oh wow! Wow, good for you.
They don't go on the other shelves.
I was going to interject that I normally don't like to buy PDF books. I like real paper books.
Mm-hmm.
But recently I was looking for a copy online of this work called the Swords of Armageddon. And it's a huge history of the United States nuclear weapons, right?
Okay.
And this guy did this research over a period of like 30 or 40 years, just going through FOIA documents and all this stuff. Well, he ends up, he sells them on his website for like a 10 CD set for like $300 or something, right? Well, I found a free download last week, a PDF download. It's 80 megabytes and it's 3,000 pages.
Oh, wow.
That's going to be super low res.
It's a 3,000 page PDF. And no, they're all full-size page scans, each one.
Oh, then it's not 80 megabytes. It's 80 gigabytes.
I mean, that's what I meant. The gigabytes, yeah. 80
gigabytes.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's 80 gigabytes and it's huge. So anyways.
Gigantor.
We pirate you.
Gigantor.
Yes.
Yeah, those PDFs are huge.
Yeah.
Well, I do enjoy it. I'm real big. I mean, on a personal note, I'm real big into old dime novels, and it's great that all these PDFs can be put on dime novels, and we still have them. Obviously, unfortunately, we've lost some to time and history and whatnot. I even belong to a website that has just a huge catalog of digital dime novels, so I can kind of go through and see. Although I keep looking for great gems, that I could really enjoy in the dime novels. Unfortunately, a lot of them are period correct, the way they talk about slavery and whatever else. It's not something, but it's all public domain work, so I get excited about, well, let me put out an audio book about this. Let me record this and give it an ISBN and put it on Audible and see if it'll sell. But personally, with my stuff that I publish, I'm just tapped into Amazon. I did try for a little bit the other markets, Google and Bashwords, and getting stuff up on Kobo and Apple Book is really exciting. But Amazon is 80% of the market, and I've learned as long as I have an audio book, a physical paperback book, and an ebook, and option for a hardback book, then people get real excited. So I assign an ISBN to all of them on the books. So
yeah, I thought about doing at least a version of the manual typewriter repair Bible on Amazon, and just making it like a library edition that's not coil bound. It would be perfect bound and then I would have like an 800 page limit and I could expand on it. So that's an idea for the future. But
That's a genius idea. Absolutely, especially if it's something kind of completely different. I think it would sell very well. You'd only be able to do it in paperback, but if you could do it in their largest format of paperback.
Yeah, see, if I can get a 8.5 by 11, about 800 pages, I could fill that 800 pages. I have the material for it. So
yeah, exactly. That'd be wonderful. That'd be a great $40 book, I think. So I think you'd do real well on it.
So that's in the works, but I haven't quite figured out how I'm going to do that yet.
Well, I think there's a lot to be said about that. I wish I could explain to everybody that writing a book is only maybe 30% of the actual operation that goes into publishing it. I know I've spent many nights up late trying to get something loaded just right. And here Ted's found a really good program to make it all work. So my hat's off to you, Ted. I have a lot of respect for you.
Thank you.
And you've got a wonderful product, for the rest.
Well, now I got Open Office and Photoshop CS2. And that's about all the tools I use for it. So
yeah, well done. For me, it's always something. I load it and it doesn't load right, and then I have to reload it, and then a word's wrong, and then so then you get to reload it. It's always loading and reloading. Have you gotten to publish much, Joe?
I've self-published. Let's see if I could find it.
I know he's got 3 or 4 photo books.
Yeah, I have a couple photo books. Let's see here.
And poetry.
Yeah, so I have a book of short stories called Lizard's Blend. It's on. This is all on Blurb. So this is just short stories that I wrote either by hand on typewriters or Alpha Smarts over a period of a few years. And then my first Blurb book was Duke City Street. It's street photography in Albuquerque. And then I have, here goes my earphones. I have this other one called Implied Presence, which is another kind of street photography book, Albuquerque based. And then I have to find the other one. This one
is terrible at marketing.
I know. This one is called TV Shop, and this was a little document of a TV repair shop that I used to work at.
Oh, yeah.
So
that's cool.
This guy here was in his 70s when I took this picture. Florencio Rosales. Anyways, so yeah, so I got some, self-published books that I haven't really been serious about marketing, but it's just kind of a vanity press, really.
You should.
No, I think it's great you tap into the Albuquerque market real well, I'm sure. I mean, Albuquerque is it's so rich in history.
Yeah. I could probably, if I was more savvy at it, figure out a local connection and try to market these. But, people can buy these off Blurb. They're for sale, you know what I mean, the way it works. But people just have to be aware that they're available. So.
Right. And you publish them? The top one's called Blurb?
Oh, yeah. It's a print on demand service, kind of like Lulu. You basically upload the document. They have software that you download that helps you create the book, like photo books, right? And then you upload the project, and then when they say it's ready, then you can just order it, however many copies. And what I usually do is I'll occasionally get coupons in the mail from Blurb, like 30% off, 50% off coupons. When I get those, I'll buy a whole bunch of these if I want to sell them myself, right, or give them away. Otherwise, people can just buy these. You can go to the website and you can buy, and you can choose whether you want hardbound or softbound, or you choose the grade of paper you want.
Nice.
So, and the prices, of course, vary based on the binding and the paper.
Well, I think
print on demand is amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's great with your platform, Joe. You can put the hyperlinks up on your YouTube videos.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, there's a lot of ways to cross market, these things across different platforms. But I guess my problem is I've always looked upon this as more of a hobby than a second career, right? So,
Yeah, I run into that problem. I look upon this as if I enjoy this as a hobby in 10 years, I might get to do it for a living.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He's building up his back catalog.
I'm preparing for my retirement.
Oh, there you go.
That's right. Because typewriters are going to be worth more someday, right?
Yes, they will.
They're worth more every single day.
Yeah. In the short time I've been collecting, they've almost doubled, it seems like, for some models. Of course, some have always been expensive, the rare ones. But even the common models, like these 5 series,
Yes.
well, it's getting harder and harder to find them cheaply now.
But they're good machines to collect because they're easy to repair and they work really well. You know, they have a good touch.
I am still encouraged by the fact that in the Facebook groups, I still see people picking up machines locally.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
You know, for the $5, $10, $20 price range, which is
that's amazing.
It's encouraging to see that still be a thing.
Yeah,
I saw a post this morning from that Jack Armstrong, and he said, I went to the old American manufacturing plant.
Yeah, I saw that post.
Yeah, and then across the street I got a typewriter for $30. Like, it was a Royal or something, but good for him. I love seeing young men all excited about typewriters.
Did you see his Herman's presentation?
Oh, I missed a lot of that. I wish
Yeah, you should watch that. If you want to see a kid be excited, that's a thing to watch.
Wow.
It's only 15. It's amazing.
I know.
Well, I did see we got May on Austin Typewriters Inc. Facebook page.
Yes, that's a very fun group. So.
No, I agree. I'm really big into the podcast, so that's how I got turned on to them, by their podcast. And David and I are friends. We've gotten to hang out a few times, and we probably chat once a month. But they're really good. They're good people.
I have yet to listen to the podcast, so that's on my to-do list.
Missing out.
I know.
That's very good.
Yeah,
very good.
I would actually like to be on the podcast someday, but one of these days.
We can do that. Let me do that. Let me call you sometime. I'll interview you later on the podcast.
Sure.
There you go.
That'll work.
Yeah, David's been so gracious in letting me take over his podcast a few times. I think the last one he put out was myself and my son crammed into my studio talking about the typewriters. So.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. He's a good guy like that. So. There is another typewriter podcast that Jonathan Posey put out.
Typewriter Talk?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always give and take. I'm real big on audio quality, and I know he's using a call-in format, which is really cool because you don't have to own like $1,000 in audio equipment or computer equipment. But it is sometimes hard to hear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all give and take. But I'm certainly a fan of Jonathan Posey. That guy does some really neat stuff.
Yeah, he was on, I think, our first Typewriter Club Live, and I guess he got busy and hasn't been back, but that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah, I've never gotten to chat with the guy in person, but I've messaged with him. I think there's a bit of, I think he's very productive. He's just a very productive guy that kind of goes in 20 directions. Yeah, he's very, very productive in life, I'm sure. Yeah, it's really. Can I just say I could sit here and watch Sarah type all day long?
Aww.
Oh,
shucks. Thank you. Thank you.
The angle is just perfect. You know, thank you. It's great.
Oh, no, thank you.
May, do you have another mechanical trouble there?
Oh, no, I'm just setting the tabs. Of my Sterling.
You're setting the tabs.
It's got the little clips, and so it's easier to flip it around.
So what is the typewriter next to this one? Is that a naked typewriter? The one?
Yes, this is my Royal naked typewriter.
Oh, yeah.
Quiet Deluxe. The body was just too much.
That's right.
More than I could handle. And so this is one of my favorites. It's one of the best.
Yeah.
Smoothest. Naked. Naked or naked?
Naked. I like the looks of it without the body.
I do too.
You know how the front of the ribbon cover is really close to the back row of keys, and it kind of, if you're a two-finger typist, sometimes your other fingers you hit that ribbon cover too easy, right? So
Exactly.
it looks, I like the look of that, really.
I do too, because the chassis is painted black. It makes it look nicer. I have another naked typewriter, a 5 series, but since it's painted silver, or it's not painted, it's silver,
Yeah.
it doesn't look quite as good. You know, it just looks like it needs a body. But the Royal looks like it was made to be that way. So
You have a weaving loom in the back? Is that what I see?
I
back there?
do. I
Oh,
have
my
a
goodness.
weaving loom right here.
See, that's
All
another
kinds of-
thing that's another hobby I could easily get into, and I don't have time for.
Oh yeah, the restoration of weaving looms is a thing too. Collecting old weaving looms is a favorite pastime of many. This is a 1970 Harris Dill design,
Ah,
4 shaft.
a
Yeah.
4-shaft
Weaving loom.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay. Very
So
good.
let's
Well,
see. A little thing that's not typewriter related.
yes.
And weaving. So I make cloth like this.
Oh,
I don't know
wow.
if you can see
Yeah.
but
So she can
basically,
make her own
Wow.
typewriter pads.
yes.
Wow.
Well, all my typewriter pads are homemade. The ones they're
Mhm.
little tiny quilts. So I also
Wow.
sew
Wow. That's
too.
really
That's
nice.
beautiful, May.
Yeah.
Wow.
Thank you. So what would I be doing if I didn't get into typewriters?
Well, you could be selling some high-end typewriter pads.
All the things.
Well,
Yep.
I'm
Mhm.
trying to plan on making one of those clear covers, or several of those clear covers to dust covers.
You
for
know,
my
I
machine.
bought a dust cover, a clear one, from the typewriter guy in England, I think it was. And, it's like vinyl plastic that's stitched together. But
Yeah.
he has like a couple different generic sizes. But I use it on my Underwood portable, 1930 Underwood portable. But I find the carriage return lever on the typewriter sticks up a little bit, and so it makes that side of the cover kind of
Mhm.
stick up, right? So
You need to have it custom tailored
a
with a little
custom tailored, yeah,
bump right
exactly.
there for the,
Yeah.
the return lever.
Or some kind of little tab that you could put underneath the foot of the typewriter that would keep it down. The weight of the typewriter would keep it down or something.
I'll get right on that. We'll
Yeah,
design
please.
the perfect
Yeah.
typewriter dust covers.
A commission. I'll commission
Yeah,
you
something
to
that
make.
threads through.
Yes, right.
Right.
All right, let's see.
All right, what to type next? Let's see. I finished a typecast and a letter. So
Nice, productive. I've only done
Yes.
like half a page. I honestly, I have found it very distracting. Like
Yeah.
other people talking and typing in the background, it's hard to focus. But it's fun. It's
It
fun.
is fun.
It is.
It is
Yes.
Well,
I agree with you, Greg. Have you seen other or heard of other people? I know Ernest Cline, he likes to listen to classical music while he's writing Ready Player One, Ready Player Two, all the other cool things he's done. That makes no sense to me. I'm a musician, though. When I hear music, I have to dissect it in my head exactly what all's going on. So, does anyone else listen to music when they type? I like it to be pretty darn quiet, or road noises. I like the road noises, but
I like the sound of a public cafe. Just
Mm.
like it's sort of it makes me think, like, especially if I'm trying to write fiction or something, it inspires me, but it's not distracting because it's kind of a distant rattle in the background.
Well, you missed a bet then, because you could have taken your recorder to the cafe before COVID times and
I know.
gotten a nice
Mhm.
4-hour recording of people just
Yes, and I could have
Enjoying
sent you those
coffee.
tapes, Ted. I could have sent you tapes of people
Aw.
talking.
or you
And
could
then we
just
could
play them while you're writing.
Play them while I'm writing to make it sound like I'm in a cafe. That's right.
Actually, they do have these background sound apps, and that's one of the sounds you can get, like an office sounds.
Yeah.
People talking
Yeah.
softly and
Yeah.
and
White
clicking
noise
on their
office sound.
typewriters, not their typewriters, but their computers, and yeah.
that's a good idea, Sarah. If you could make a video of yourself typing as you do with the sound of your coffee, that'd be great. Oh, did we lose Sarah?
We lost Sarah.
I think we did lose Sarah.
Oh,
Well,
no.
we didn't lose her. We're still thinking about her.
That's right.
Oh, always.
Gone but
Always.
not forgotten.
Gone but not
Yeah.
forgotten. That's right. Yeah. I think I'm done for typing right now. I'm all typed out.
Yeah, you're all typed out.
Yep. I'll probably type up something
I'm-
later.
Yeah.
I'm starting letter number 2. I've got a few pen pals I've
My
acquired in
goodness.
this hobby, so I've got to answer
Yeah.
some letters. But I love finding reasons to use my typewriter stuff.
Sure.
I am so far behind on. I keep my pen pal letters in here, and I'm so far behind. It's
Oh, yeah.
it's ridiculous.
That's a good idea.
I have a stack that I need to reply to.
Yeah, I have one of these 8.5 by 11-inch clear binders, and it goes back to middle of July of this year, up to the present. So I have a whole stack of things, and
Yeah.
another letter from somebody else last week. So yeah, it's piling up.
Thanks for being here, Joe. Let me chat with David and get back to you soon. It'd be great to have you on the Typewriter Inc. podcast.
It would be fun. I'd love it.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah.
And we can do it all over the phone.
Yes.
I think he said he's working on new episodes.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Yeah, David is a really fun guy just from watching his videos and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, his video that he did during the virtual Hermans, right? I think he was on there, wasn't it? A virtual
Mhm.
Hermans video?
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. No,
Yeah, that was fun.
yeah, he's a man with a passion. I can't say enough nice things about the guy, and I've learned a lot from him. That's for sure. So, almost as much as I've learned from Joe and Ted. Just gonna throw it out there.
Joe and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
That's right.
Yeah.
That would be a good show.
There you go.
That would be a good video.
That's funny.
Okay.
Might be fun at some point to do one of these Zoom conversations with you, Joe, and
Yeah.
talk about repair.
Yes.
Yes.
It would be.
Yes.
Pull a machine out and,
Yeah.
and like actually do some diagnostics and
Yeah.
live repair and maybe take questions.
Yeah.
From other
That would be
participants.
great.
Yeah, I'll have to figure out. I have another camera that I might be able to use that I can move around a little bit better, so I can
Mhm.
get into, the machines and show close-up stuff, and that would be fun.
Yeah. You
That's
need
something
a
I've been thinking
multi-camera.
about.
Yeah. You need a
Yeah.
multi-camera setup like Ted
Yeah.
has.
Yeah, my problem is my cameras don't like to be. The cables don't like to move. They glitch out.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm using just a single camera feed into my computer, so
Yeah.
it's hard to switch. But anyways,
Yeah. Yeah. So this is typing from my Royal Companion 1962,
oh yeah,
and
that's nice. Is that a brown
it's-
ribbon?
no,
It just
the
looks
lighting
brown.
is the lighting is a little
But it's
strange right
nice and
now.
dark, nice and even.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The interesting thing is this is a typeface that always tricks me into thinking it's elite, but I did just measure it, and it is 10 characters per inch.
So they're just not very tall then, is that why? Or short, maybe.
I don't know. They just seem very compact.
Oh.
Yeah. So I like it because
Yeah.
it's a little different from your average typewriter, I guess you might say. So yeah. I do enjoy that though.
That Royal ones, Greg? Is that Royal? You brought that one time. That thing's
Yes. Yes. In this case, yeah. Yep.
Right.
The first time I met Bob, I brought this typewriter.
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah.
So this is a comparison between my, let's see, Hermes 3000 is 13 characters per inch on your right, and then this is the Calibri on the left, which is 10. And there's a really big difference in size between the two, I think. So,
Ding-dong.
hello.
Yeah, that is a huge difference. I am a fan of the 10 CPI. all of them. I just can't see them very well. That's my problem. But I do
Ah.
have a speech writing machine that is it's called Remington 3 or 5. I forget. Anyways, I'm excited to get that thing going so I could write out speeches and music lyrics while I'm playing in cafes and that type of thing. So I can actually see what I'm reading.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was telling Gregory earlier that I found there's at the local Facebook marketplace here in Albuquerque, there's a 5 series Smith Corona with 6 character per inch typeface that's for sale right now.
And he still hasn't got it.
And it still, says Ted keeps saying, I still haven't got it.
I would be all over that.
Me too.
Oh man.
Yeah, no, I think it'd be a lot of fun if you ever have to do a speech or anything like that. Yeah. Oh, it's a great.
It would be good for
poetry too, I think.
Yeah.
Page.
Or even just for short, like greeting cards, like thinking of you or happy birthday, right? Having a larger size typeface.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or typing titles on your great American novel.
Exactly. Hey, we got Sarah back. We were talking about you, Sarah.
Oh no. What did you get?
Only good things.
Yes.
What?
All good things. Instead of a video of a roaring fire this Christmas, we'd like a video of you typing in the background.
Okay. I'll get right on that.
Fingers flying, and, yeah.
Like 2 hours straight, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no
You have to wear
stopping.
a Santa hat. You have to wear a
No
Santa
interruptions. Just always refills of coffee.
Yes.
Appearing
yes.
out of nowhere.
That's right.
It's great to watch a person in their element. It's great to watch
Aw.
you talk, because
Thank you so much. Thank you.
You obviously know what you're doing.
So did anybody else hop on while I was gone?
We briefly had Chris. I didn't catch his last name. He popped on, but then he popped right back off again.
Oh.
So I don't know. Yeah. I think people are just shy about typing on camera.
Oh, you should be. It's not a competition. It's just fun.
Yeah.
They don't want to be world
Fun to do.
famous. They don't want to be world famous. That's the problem.
Yeah.
I'll put my headset back on. Oh no, I can't because my phone is dead, so I've got to charge it.
You know what? That's what I hate about the iPhones.
Yeah, I
It's
know.
like, what were they thinking?
They're thinking more money.
Yeah, anytime
Yeah.
proprietary feature that you have to force people to buy more special things of, you can make money, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I'm going to bring out the power tabulator.
Yeah, they do real good to make the phone twice as thick as they are, so they actually fit in your hand, similar to a TV remote maybe, and have a monster battery in them. Just my opinion. But
Yeah.
I'm using a 9-year-old phone myself, so I may not be the one to give an opinion. Yeah, I still have my Note 4. I've had this thing, 8 or 9 years. I just change the case every few months and change the battery every other year. It's great. I love it. It keeps rocking.
Wow.
But they'll be obsolete in September 2021. Anything that's pre-Android 10, you won't be able to use.
Oh.
And it has to do with the HTTPS. It has to do with the S on the website and the Guardian mobile phone. So.
Yeah.
Okay, what about this? What do you think that is? That is a Sony PDA. Remember these? The Sony Clee PDA.
Whoa.
With Fiddly. Okay, this is, I got to show you. So there was an alternative keyboard called Fiddly that a company called Fiddly came up with, and it is for single stylus entry, and I can type about 40 words per minute on that keyboard. The guy created this keyboard so all the commonly used letters are in the middle, and it remaps the graffiti area on the bottom of this. But anyways, So I used to enjoy typing notes on this when I was at work. And then you remember memory sticks? Do you guys remember
Oh.
Yes.
Sony memory sticks
Wow.
and infrared beaming?
Whoa,
Yep.
yeah, I remember
Yes.
that.
Yeah, and little stylus here.
Oh man, great. I love it.
Unfortunately, the batteries are dead, so that's the problem.
Does it
And
take
then
AAA or AA?
You can't get your files off of it anymore because the Palm operating system software that you use to interface to your computer, it doesn't work anymore with 64-bit Macs.
Oh.
You have to have an older PC to get it to even work. So, but these were
Nice.
made really nice. The buttons were really high quality, and it has that kind of 1990s, 1980s style Sony.
Yeah.
They always kind of look like that, right?
Yeah.
I wrote a lot of stuff in this thing back in the day.
Well, Joe,
Surprising.
you would be impressed. Look at my screen and this fancy black wallet.
Oh.
I also have a Sony Clie.
Oh, you do?
I do. It still works. I've kept it with all my, computer stuff because, it still works. So I can't get rid of it. It's got the stylus, and you're right. They're amazing. They're Japanese, little Sony.
Yeah.
Pre-iPhone, pre-smartphone.
Yep.
Devices, infrared.
Oh, yeah.
It also picks up Wi-Fi as well. So it's pretty. And the memory stick, like you said.
Yeah.
Yeah, my secretary was real big on those, Paul. And I remember when we all went out and got cell phones without keyboards, she actually got a Palm Pilot cell phone. And I think it was only supported for maybe 6 months after she got it, but she loved the Palm. She always had,
I used to hook my Palm Pilot up to a little folding keyboard, and it had that.
I have that.
That thing connect. I forget what it's called, but yeah.
It's interesting how our technology is quickly becoming vintage.
Yeah.
Well, it's not cool. I think there's going to be some right to repair bills that come down the pipes here in a year or two, maybe 2 years. I know Europe's going to do one in about a year. But the idea is they're going to have to make cell phones with replaceable batteries. They're going to have to make cell phones with, all sorts of things. It's going to all fall under right to repair. So, well, we'll see.
Yeah, because it's just so wasteful not to.
Oh, it really is. I know on this phone, and that's why I haven't moved it around, because I can change the plug-in jack. That's usually what wears out the power port, and I think I've replaced this one twice. And I replace the battery every other year, and I stuff keeps working. And if it does break, I might be able to get parts for it. So why not? So I think that'll be, I think we'll get back to that in maybe 5 or 6 years. But in the meantime, right. I don't know. We'll see.
Yep.
We do have a viewer in the comments on YouTube. I'm not sure if it's pronounced Luddite or Luddite. It's with two U's. So, but anyway, he says, I don't jump on because my typewriter is in the basement and I'm not sure how I'd set up video down there. Also, the basement is a mess of my collections.
Ooh, what kind of collections does he have?
I know. We need like a tour.
I know.
My basement is full of music here. I completely understand. I keep typewriters in the house and in the garage. That's how I do it. Yeah, we're used to collections. Jump on, throw your typer on. Feel free.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's our favorite part. I'm in the only clean place in my house.
The messier, the more interesting it is.
Amen.
Exactly.
I do have to get to my garage project. I'm going to say goodbye, guys. Thanks for all the time. You guys are awesome.
Thanks a lot.
You are too, Bob.
Yeah, have a good week.
Good to see you.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
All right, happy typing.
That's right.
Yeah. I suspected this episode would go on long, so I'm allowing for it. Yeah. So May, you're working on another letter?
Another letter, yes.
Okay.
Answering a pen pal.
Yeah. Very good. And I wonder what Joe's working on. He's doing some hardcore typing now.
I'm hardcore typing nonsense. It's just, see what I just wrote. I should be typing letters right now, but instead I'm wasting time and paper and ink. I'm typing about typing.
And
It's
you
never
seem so
wasting.
intent
You're
doing
practicing.
I'm
You've done
practicing.
a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. I'm practicing, but I should be writing letters. But at this
Yeah.
point,
Yeah.
at this point, it's almost too late. Well, not really.
Oh.
I don't know. I think typing
Well,
is therapy. So even if you're
Yeah.
typing
It
nonsense,
is.
it's just good
Yeah.
for you.
It is
It
actually. I really do believe it is therapeutic. You know,
Very
I think
much so.
so.
It is for me. That's for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Well, if you enjoy it, then certainly therapeutic.
Well, I could see in Sarah's case being a professional keyboardist, typist, where you want to keep that skill going. But you know, even for me, just therapeutically, just having the touch of a manual keyboard is just something special about it. You know, it's the physical impact of the fingers on keys it really is therapy, I think.
It is. I love it. I mean, if I didn't do it for a living, I would still love it. It just feels so.
Yeah, it does feel good.
Yeah.
Well, all of us probably type for a living, you know, on computer keyboards. We have to
Yeah,
send
That's
in
true.
Technically,
information.
yeah.
Technically, you know, we've never stopped typing, but using a
That's true.
manual typewriter,
Yes.
it's a different experience. It's more organic for sure.
Yes,
If only we could use
Or
typed
tactile.
memos.
What's that, Gregory?
If only we could use typed memos. You know, you would type up
Oh,
a
I know.
memo real quick and give it to the office
Take a memo.
mail carrier. Yeah.
Take a memo.
And they would take it to the person you're trying to contact. And wow, those days are long gone.
that song, Take a Letter, Maria.
And then you would have not only the office memo person, but you have the office coffee cart. Goes around.
Yeah,
with-
that's what I need.
That was awesome.
So I notice you're using a tower, Smith Corona made tower, Sarah?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yeah.
This is a beautiful machine. My daughter
Yeah.
put a rose on it there.
Well, you know, I really think the Sears tower machines are really nicely styled.
They
I
are.
think I like them better than the Smith Corona styling in a lot of them, you know?
I agree.
I agree with you too, Joe. I just love this machine. And I discovered this Sears tower by accident through a friend. And then I got blue. I love it so much. And it just works amazingly. You know, it's got
Yes.
that Corona mechanics,
Yep.
but it have that cool sort of,
Oh, yeah.
you know.
Yeah, the trim, the badge there it's just a great machine. It really is.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, I think they understood the styling part of it better than Smith Corona did on their own models. for
I think
sure.
you're right. Mhm.
Yeah.
And I guess everybody knows this, but this thing that looks like a butterfly right here,
Yeah.
it's actually Sears Roebuck. It's an
Oh, yeah.
SR.
Right.
Oh.
Ah.
Interesting.
It could almost
Yeah,
be like a
see
symbol
that.
of the atom, right?
That's what I thought too. Yeah, it's very space age. It's cool.
Yes. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
Because I noticed May was typing on her Smith Corona, I believe. Is that a 5 Series?
Mhm.
We got 2 of them. I guess
Yeah.
we should all get our Smith Coronas out now.
Yes,
Alright.
maybe we should do
Here
that
I
next
go.
time. We can
Yeah,
have
now.
families. So this is a 19, I believe 49. I'd have to look it up.
I'd have to go get mine here.
This is a Sterling, so it's one of the lower end of the 5 Series, but it does everything I need a typewriter to do. So, and so clean. Mhm. I'd
Oh,
like
yeah.
to find one of these in an alternate font or typeface, like a Vogue or cursive or script.
Mhm.
You said the
ever
F word.
elusive. I know, the ever elusive alternative typefaces. You had a whole show on that one.
Yeah.
Well, did
I
they only
still
on Royals? I'm sorry.
go
Say
ahead.
that again.
sorry, Royal was the one that had the Vogue. Did anybody else do Vogue? I don't think Smith Corona made Vogue. Did they?
Electric. The electric.
The electric. Let's see.
Electric.
Let's look up in the typewriter repair Bible.
Now we're cooking with gas. We're still cooking.
Hey, Ted, I think Sarah was asking a question that you might have an answer for.
What's that?
For Vogue typeface, I'm sure you get this all the time, but that's only on the Royal, correct? Is there another?
That was exclusively Royal, but Martin
There's
Tytel,
similar ones.
Yeah, Martin Tytel.
Yeah.
Actually built
Like-
an RC Allen with Vogue on it.
Okay.
So that is the only one I know of that is not a Royal.
Okay.
How does one identify the Vogue typeface? Like what does it look like? I can't picture it.
Here's
Madonna would
Peak
use
of
it.
Pride. Smith
It's-
Corona had some similar to Vogue, but not quite
Go.
the
It's like
same.
Art Deco, right? It's an Art Deco sort of a look.
Mm-hmm.
It's very
Yes.
elegant. It doesn't
Is
have
it-
it's sans serif.
I
Is it
understand
sans-
the way to tell Vogue from looking at the type basket is to look for that split W that has 4 points instead of that is generally the thing you can look for to find Vogue, because that's the only typeface that does have that split W.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to find this one. Corporate oblique.
Ooh.
See, I want to find Royal Cartoon. I want to find a.
Oh, that sounds good.
Yeah.
It's,
I'm
look it
looking-
up.
Look here to see if I can.
Look under Royal and find Royal Cartoon.
Royal cartoon.
Is it in
Is that-
this Bible?
Mm-hmm. It is a
Royal-
typeface I have never actually seen in person. I don't think anyone's ever seen it in person.
Cartoon. Obviously, it's going to look whimsical, right? There's
Mhm.
it. There's artistic. There's Spencerian. There's
Is that
see if
another
I can-
book I need to get?
Yes.
Well,
well,
this is the
right?
main one.
Yeah, the typewriter repair Bible. You've got that, Gregory?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So the very back, there is a whole guide of all these different typefaces.
Mhm.
Oh well, I need to start
I
reading
don't
the book then.
Yeah,
see
it's across. You
cartoon.
love it. It's like this. Okay, so they've got the layout, and then they've got the samples of each one,
Mhm.
and what they're
Okay.
called. And it is neat.
The Royal.
It is, but I don't see cartoon in the. Am I just glancing over it?
So do I? I don't think it's not alphabetized. So
Bassett, Hermes, Remington.
Bulletin. Presentation.
Royal. Here we go.
Sight Saver. I know that
Where is it? Where
my
is it?
Smith Corona large font, the 6 CPI, mine is not listed in your Bible. So there might be a few typefaces that you don't know about. So I have a
Nice.
super
Well,
secret
that I didn't have at
typeface.
the time. Yeah.
Yes, right. I have a
Let's
stupid.
see.
So you have to come up with a New Testament Bible that has the new stuff.
Maybe it's in the Royal one. I'll check that. Let me check.
In the Royal book. Yeah, it's probably in the Royal book.
Well, so Sarah, I have a blue Smith Corona, but it's the Electric 5 series.
that's the one. I have that one too, Joe.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorites, but I
Yeah.
just love somebody and I'm already missing it.
Oh,
That is
yeah.
such a good machine.
Oh, I know. Yeah, you can type super fast on it. And
Yeah,
I'm using a blue
for a
ribbon,
minute.
by the way, a blue ink ribbon, which is kind of
Oh,
cool.
nice.
Yeah.
that's awesome.
This might be the typewriter I use for Christmas cards, maybe. Maybe this weekend I'll get serious about cards and letters.
There you go.
That's great. I love that one. That is probably the best typewriter I can think of
I
besides
think
the Hermes 3000 and
Yeah. You know, my Silent Super has a brand new platen in it, and I think I'm going to swap the platen into this machine because this
Yeah.
has the quick replacement platen. So
That's a
just
good
for doing
idea.
Christmas cards, You know, I
There
think
we
with
go.
Smith
I found it.
Coronas, oh, cartoon.
Ted found it.
Find it. Let me see here.
It's in the Royal Book.
Ah,
Ah.
So,
no wonder I couldn't find it. Yeah, you know, Joe, replacing the platen on the electrics, I was told by our technician up here that it's a good thing to do because otherwise their keys can tend to snap off with too much
Oh,
use.
yeah, I
So-
could see that because they hit really hard, harder
Yeah.
than most people type. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, the thing is, though, with 5 series machines, you can just swap the one new platen between the machines when you
you
use them.
can, yeah.
You know,
Wow, I haven't tried that. I should try. That sounds really cool.
yeah.
I wonder if it would work with this one too. It probably would with this tower. Maybe not.
Does it have the panel behind there that flips backwards where the tabs are?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Okay. Okay. And then there should be here. Let's see. There should be above the right on the right side, inboard of the right platen knob, a little lever that you flip up to release the right. Yeah. In front of
This one?
that would be the pressure roller. It's more like right where your thumb is.
Oh, down.
Somewhere there or something like that, maybe.
Okay.
You have to flip up
I'll
the paper bail. You'd have to take your paper out, of course, but yeah,
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know if the towers had that feature. Not sure.
The more like the ones that are like the Sterling and above, as far as features, do have it.
Okay.
It seems like it should.
It's the clipper, and
The
yeah,
clipper.
that should pop right out. That lever right in front of you,
Uh-huh.
it should pop it right out.
All right. I'll play around with it later.
Yeah, lift
Okay.
up your paper bail, and then you have to release the button on the center of the left platen knob, the clutch for line spacing. You pull that out. Yeah, sorry to interrupt your letter. So on the left platen knob, pull out the center button in the middle of the platen knob. The actual knob itself, you pull that center button out, and then you flip up your paper bail, and then open the back tab area. Flip that back tab area back. Leave it, and then you should be able to lift that lever up and pull up the right platen knob and remove the platen. Let's see here. Or not.
I don't know.
If it has it, That's the thing.
I'll play around and see if I can figure it out though. That's cool. If you're right, that would be wonderful because I have a really hard platen on this machine, but I have a very nice one on one of my electric.
So when you flip that tab panel back, if you look down onto the shaft of between the platen and the right knob, if it'll come out, that area of the frame will be open. You'll be able to see an open gap in the frame where the shaft comes out.
Okay.
And if it's not open, then it's not designed to come out easily or quickly.
Okay. Well, I don't know. It seems like it should, but maybe I just need to figure out what I'm doing.
Yeah, lift up the bail. There you go. If you follow the knob to the inside of the knob, you should see the shaft that the knob connects to. If you can see that shaft go all the way to the platen without any frame interrupting it, then that's the one that does come out.
Wow. Okay, cool. Well, I'll just have to keep playing with it, but I think very close to being able to have that happen.
I don't know if I can move my camera here. Yeah, I just lost it. Sorry, guys. Let me see if I can do this again. Okay, so I'm going to try focusing. Okay. If you can switch to me, Gregory. Yeah, so right here, this lever right here.
Uh-huh.
If you push that back, it'll release it. See this gap right here in the frame?
Yeah.
So that's the gap where the shaft comes right off.
Oh.
And this little lever pushes back to release the platen.
Okay.
Like that.
I'm not sure if I've set up there.
And focus.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, I'll go back and study it later, I think.
Anyways,
Thank you.
yep. But your electric version certainly has that feature.
Okay. I will check that out.
Yep.
That is exciting.
Yeah, I ordered the repair book for the Royal KM 440 because I have a 440 that I want to replace. Actually, no, it was Royal FP and 440 and a couple others. I have a Royal FPE that I want to replace the platen on. I decided I was going to keep that typewriter because I like the look of it for being a standard, you know?
Yeah.
And then the 440, which doesn't look nearly as nice. But
Same machine, though.
That one, yeah, that one types really well. So plus that has the normal carriage. The FPE has the wide carriage. So but I definitely want to keep both those and get them in good working order. So I have my 440 on my desk right now. So yeah. I tried setting up the camera over there, but it was just not working. Probably because that typewriter is so big. Oh, man. It's really too bad that they downgraded the looks of the 440 compared to the FP.
Well, it was an upgrade at the time.
Really? Oh.
Yeah, the big, it's not a plastic shell machine, but they basically took the same, tiny little frame machine. The Royal Standard isn't really a big machine, interior wise, but when you open it up, you'll see there's so much space on either side that you could, stick the storage in there basically.
That's where I found the toothbrush.
And it's it was just the style back then to make them bigger and and fatter and heavier.
Yeah, I guess on the Royal FPE, on the very front panel, there's like this nice pattern to it. But on the 440, it's just plain.
Yeah, it's things were getting more cheaper.
Yeah,
get rid of details.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
But otherwise, realistically, it's the same machine inside.
Okay.
As your FP.
Do you know if the platens would be interchangeable on the two machines?
Yes,
okay.
Yeah, the platen is one of the things that just never really changed on most machines, except for Skywriters.
Now, is it interchangeable even with the one being a wide carriage and the other not?
Well, the platen won't fit inside the wide carriage platen won't fit inside the small carriage because it's too long.
Okay. Yeah.
But you can pull the whole carriage off, and if you want to deal with that kind of hassle, change them out. But if you had two of them with the same size carriage, the platens are interchangeable. In fact, you can trade the platen out of your 440 and put it in like a KMM if you wanted to. You can go pretty far back, and the platens are interchangeable.
I see. Okay. I'm still waiting on that book to arrive.
Shipping in Christmas time. That should be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got the Smith Corona Standard one coming in the mail for proofing.
Oh, okay.
And, that's going to take a while. I ordered it a couple weeks ago, and it's just taking a long time.
Yeah.
Track order. Let me look at where it's at right now. This number can't be found at this moment. It's not available in the carrier system yet. Please check back later. Thanks, FedEx. You're completely unhelpful thing.
Yeah.
Well, is my Smith Corona quieter than the brother?
Yeah, we don't have those kung fu sound effects anymore. That was pretty impressive. It was we're like, wow.
Well, now I know which ones are louder and which ones are quieter.
Yeah. I know Joe had that one video where he had that little device for testing the decibels.
Mm-hmm.
And he was testing the noise of all the typewriters, and of course the winner was the thermal typewriter.
Yeah.
Of course.
I think you can get that app for your phone if you've got a.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Yep.
Be able
They have an
to
app for everything.
be able
Joe,
to do that yourself.
I
Yeah,
was just mentioning your video where you were doing the audio, the noise levels. You were testing the noise levels. Oh, I think you didn't hear me.
Well,
Can you
just
hear me
now
now,
stuck his
Joe?
headphone in.
Oh, I think we lost him.
Uh-oh.
Start the video. Start video. There you go. Hey.
Hey.
Okay. Joe, I was just saying, I was mentioning your video where you did the noise levels with
Yes.
the little, yeah.
That was hard to do, actually, but yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think it represented exactly how it sounded, in terms of the decibel meter.
Yeah,
But because the decibel meter, you don't really know if it's measuring the same frequency range that your hearing is,
Yeah.
or if it's only using a certain set of frequencies.
Yeah.
But it was sort of a general idea of how loud they are. But
yeah.
it is a fun thing to think about, though, because certain machines are certainly louder than others.
Did you ever make your video where you were gonna you had that little device for checking the platins?
I haven't done that yet. I need to do that. Actually, the barometer.
Yes.
Barometer.
Yes. It's right over here.
Did you ever get it calibrated?
Yeah, pretty close. So
Okay.
according to the instructions, you use a sheet of glass, and you should get it to close to 100 on a sheet of glass.
Okay.
And in order to do that, I had to, so there is you screw off this knob here, and there's a set screw adjustment on the inside that you can use to calibrate it with. Let's see, turn it on here.
Oh, that's also a Type D durometer.
Yeah, I guess it is. Yeah, it is Type D.
Oh, that's going to be different than the Type A, which is what you use to do rubber.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, that's probably the reason why it's not the same then. Well, someone gave it to me, right? So I don't know if these are available in the Type A that we need. So that's probably the reason why. Yeah.
Let me go grab my Type A. And,
okay. Well, that certainly explains why I didn't have as good of experience with it. It wasn't reading the same values that I thought it should. So, but it does say it used Shore durometer is a type of vulcanized rubber and plastic product. It has so A and D are for low and medium hardness, and high material. I don't know. This is kind of a poorly translated thing, but C type is for 50% condensation, whatever that means. Anyways, I don't know what that means. For rubber and plastic. Okay, so I guess you can buy this same model in either an A, a C, or a D. And this is the Type D, which is going to be from 0 to 100 range, is what it says. And this has, it's suited for measuring hard rubber and plastics. And really what it is, according to the instructions here, let me show this. The three different kinds have to do with the shape of the tip. Whether it's a point, a rounded thing, or a little kind of a cone here, it's the shape of the tip that defines the type. They all have a range of 0 to 100.
Okay.
The same resolution. So mine has the fine tip. The needle tip, which is the type, if you can focus here, the type D is the fine needle tip there. So the smooth kind just it's for foam rubber, sponge rubber, and kind of like shoe material, and it's just a rounded ball. And the other kind is more of a flat cone. So this one will definitely poke a hole in your platen when you go to use it. But so maybe the flat cone, which would be the type A, might be better. Right. So
unfortunately, I can't find mine, so I put it someplace other than where it was supposed to be.
Oh boy.
Yeah. So as far as the actual readings, I think it's equivalent because it's the same scale.
Okay.
Well, for at least for this model of instrument, but it just depends on the kind of the style of the tip. You know.
Okie dokie.
Yeah, I'm going to eventually do a video about it and see if you can really tell the difference between a hard platen and a soft platen based on a durometer. I think it's kind of a pointless video because you can really tell just by typing on it whether it's harder or using your fingernail, right? I mean, it's kind of, you know.
Well, the way you can tell is, has it been replaced in the past 5 years?
Yeah.
If not, it's hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. And certain climates, it hardens easier than other climates, right? According, like out here in the Southwest where it's dry, it might get hard quicker. I don't know, maybe. So one of these days I might buy the type A instrument just to see. It might work better for these kind of rubber.
Wondering where I put mine.
Now that's going to bug you all day, isn't it?
Yeah, it's going to bug me all day. I'm going to have to tear apart the closet.
His battery is dead.
Okay, I have to go now. I have to go jumpstart my grandson's truck.
Okay.
All right, guys. It was a lot of fun, and look forward to next week. Hopefully, we'll see you guys again.
Have a good day.
All right. See you later.
Bye-bye.
Thanks.
Hey,
bye.
Good to see you, Joe. Until
Good
next
to see
time.
you guys.
Bye.
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 So
Well,
nice.
maybe this is a good point to end it. We're now at what is it, 3.5 hours? A little over 3.5 hours.
Really?
Wow.
Longer and longer.
Time flies.
Yeah, this one did fly by.
Well, this was a success then.
Yeah, I would have liked if more people had gone on camera, but I think we peaked out at like 7 or 8.
Okay.
Yeah, so very
This was a
interesting.
test drive. Maybe after people
Yeah.
watch it, they'll be more inclined to join next time.
Yeah, this is one
Don't be afraid.
I'll probably go back and pull some highlights out of it because the
3.5
video as a
hours
whole,
is a long time.
I think would be a little difficult for people to watch.
Editing. There you go.
Yes. But I mean, I had a blast and we had some really fun conversations, and that's kind of what I was hoping for this. I just wanted it to be free form and be able to type while people are even talking and hear some kung fu sound effects.
See what our typewriters sound like.
Yeah. So I'm toying with the idea of doing this maybe once a month.
Sure.
I may even move this particular one to a different time so we can get
Maybe like
a
an
different
evening,
audience. Yeah.
like a Saturday night type in.
Yeah. I don't know about Saturday night because then we have this in the morning, but
Just
that's
run all the
Friday
way
night.
through the night.
I know, just keep
Into
it
the
going.
Maybe a
Yeah, but-
Tuesday night, Tuesday type in.
Yeah, we will have to see. Because also my wife does work from home. She's a teacher, so and some of her stuff is in the evening. So I'll have to look at her schedule as well. So, but yeah. So again, you were working on the letter, and what are you typing, Sarah?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, hi. Sorry, I'm spacing out in my typing land. Oh,
No,
I'm
that's
just,
good.
I was just typing stuff about like my typewriter collection, what we were talking about online, and just the quotes and different things. Just kind of running it through the paces on this machine, trying out a little bit, just having some fun. Yeah.
Very good. Very
Yeah.
good.
What about you?
Excellent. Well, I gave up about halfway in.
Because you're everything.
Yeah,
Well,
because
you're having to manage the room too.
yeah, that as well. So although
Okay.
in this format, not as much, but I do have to let people in and all that. But yeah,
We appreciate it.
It's very strange typing and then hearing other people typing in the background, and I'm hearing their bells go off, and I'm like, was that mine or theirs? And
Yeah.
so
Well, if it helps at all, I used to type in a room with 80 other transcription.
Wow.
Yeah. We all had cubicles, and all you could hear all day. It wasn't typewriter though, but it was computer
but
keyboard.
still, yeah.
And we all had to do 1,500 lines a day. We couldn't really stop and talk to each other that much. So it was a lot of typing. You get used to it, but it's weird for sure.
Yeah. Maybe by the third or fourth episode of this type and talk, I'll be used to it. But
yeah.
But still, I think it was fun. I think it was a big success. I definitely want to repeat this probably once a month. So
I certainly enjoyed it.
That'd be great.
Good. All right, and we have some kitty purrs there.
Oh yes, I can hear that.
Nice.
Kitty approves as well.
Yeah.
Because she gets a lap the whole time.
Excellent.
All right, guys. Well, it's been great once again.
All right. Yes. Thank you so
Look
much.
forward to
Thank you.
next week. All right. Thank you.
See you
Enjoy
all
the rest
next
of your
week.
All right.
day.
Bye.